I want a sandwich. Now. Oh, sandwich wench. Yo, wench. Sandwich. Now. I'm going to need a sandwich. A sandwich. I'm going to need a sandwich. A sandwich. I'm going to need a sandwich. A sandwich. A sandwich. A sandwich. I'm going to need a sandwich. A sandwich. I'm going to need a sandwich. A sandwich. A sandwich. Oh, sandwich wench. I want a sandwich. Sandwich. Hello everyone, welcome to another of Not Worth a Cork. Hope you're having a marvellous day today. I just had a Windows update tell me, oh, we want to update, so sorry about that if you heard it. I hope you're well. Joining me for what is going to be an undoubtedly heavy evening is Dave. Say hello, David.
Hello, David.
Do you prefer Dave or David?
David.
You do, don't you?
Yeah.
I wondered. Dave, thank you for that, Dave. I appreciate that, Dave. No, I'm kidding.
You're right, Meggles. That's okay,
I remember you
Meggles.
mentioning it in context of work, I think, and I remember hearing you say that, and I didn't know that for like 15 years. How is David?
Yeah, David.
Do you enjoy your steak? It's very rare.
It was really good, actually.
It looked rare, though.
So this is the weird thing. So they all did this. They all came off, and I cleansed them, and they looked quite well done, and then they went pinker as they rested, which is like the inverse of what's meant to happen.
Oh, right.
But no, actually, it was really tasty. I didn't need any sauce or anything with it. It had a really, really good flavour. So it was quite a big, chonky bit of meat. But
Well, I'm glad that you had a good... Oh, sorry, I'm leaning down here. Sorry,
hello,
folks.
MJ.
Hello, MJ. Hello, Honeybats.
Hello,
Hope you're
Honeybats.
both well today. I'm glad you enjoyed your steak. For those who are curious, no, I did not enjoy a steak dinner. I'm trying to cut back, and I have to for my own sake.
He's fed up of me fattening him up when I come to visit.
He does every single time, and it pisses me off. No, I need to have more restraint.
I'm a good husband, damn it.
I don't eat much meat anyways these days, so it is a rarity at the moment. Hi, Brian. Hope you're well. It's not because I'm against steak, just to be clear. I love steak. I just don't eat much meat at the moment. Hello, Yempy. Yes, Dave does like juicy meat. Hot.
Hello, Yempsy.
He loves it hot, he loves it thick, and he loves a real mouthful. With some really good sauce. Giggity. Now, today we are going to be covering an island, but it's called Islay. And the reason why is because we've been discussing this for a while, and we have not done a dedicated Islay stream. We haven't really done an Islay peated one. Last year we did a non-Islay peated stream.
No, we did non-peated Islay, didn't we?
Non-Islay
Peated non-Islay.
Glenterrit. It's right there, you bitch.
It is. This is true.
What is your Glenterrit?
With that pro, we can't remember what we did. Yeah.
What is it?
It's not an Islay.
What is it though? It's a Highland.
Good.
Yeah, I know that. Obviously, yes. We compared it to Lagavulin 16, and we agreed Lagavulin was better because it's Lagavulin.
Yeah.
Of course, it's better. But yes, we thought
Gerald.
Gerald, yes. Islay single malt, Lagavulin. We are going to be covering that. Meg's nickname. I don't have nicknames per se. I generally don't. I've had a few over the years, and I wasn't overly fond of them.
The closest you get to a nickname is Uncle Meg.
Uncle's about it. Yeah, I don't really mind that, to be fair. I kind of take pride in that one to an extent, especially when I have to beat the child to say it.
It's very funny.
Insert every niece. I shower them with love and affection. They cry, and I'm like, I will get you to say you love me. That's how you do it.
And they squeal it out, fits of like attempted crying / laughing while being tickled.
Yeah. Anyway, yes. So we are going to be covering peaty whiskies and smoky at the same time, and there's a reason for that. It's the process. According to this coaster that I have in my hand,
Yes.
when it covers peaty whiskies, the 4 subcategories of a peaty whiskey would be smoky, medicinal, burnt, and tart. Now, of course, they don't sound that appetizing. Dave is going to put a picture in the bar on Discord if you're interested in seeing it. It'll be in the bar, and
I
you
may have done this before, but just in case.
Yes,
Sure.
I got these coasters on a whim, and to be honest, I'm from Edinburgh Whisky Academy. They're a godsend, to be honest. Medicinal can also mean bad. Burnt obviously can mean bad. Tar, if you're a smoker, means great. And smoky can mean good because they're not on their own. These flavors they're not on their own. A lot of them accompany fruity flavors. Some have coffee in them. It's a very complex whiskey or a section of whiskey. And it's also one of fascination because whiskey originally was peated.
And thank you, Scott's Dragon. We appreciate your 10 out of 10. Please do smash us a like. And if it is really a 10 out of 10, please do consider giving us all of your money.
Scott's Dragon, we had to learn it was Islay from my dad, who doesn't even like Islay whiskey. We, before then, were saying Islay.
Yeah.
Or
Islay, I think.
Islay, yeah. My dad said it.
We weren't as bad as saying Islay, but we did say Islay.
My dad said Islay, and I was like, why are you saying that? And he's like, son, that's how you pronounce it.
But the Scottish guy said Islay.
Yeah, he did as well. Yeah, he did. And that was frustrating. Yes, so we thought we'd cover some Islay whiskies. We have 6, but we should point out there are, I think it's 9. The three we don't have is Kilcherman, Bruichladdich, and Ardbeg.
Yes, and
Bruichladdich
various other variations of some of the ones we do have as well.
I would say
and
that
Optima.
That's Bruichladdich.
Yeah.
That's what I was going to point out.
Fair,
I was going to point that out because Bruichladdich Classic Laddie is not peated.
No.
Ochdemur is.
Yes.
Ochdemur.
Yes.
It is. But we have a newer distillery. We have some staple distilleries, and we have a palate cleanser, and somewhat to the second half, but somewhat in the middle. And there's a reason for that because we've put them in the order we believe that they should be in. As in, what is the most well known, but arguably the weakest, all the way up to what we know is often considered the best, but also the most expensive. What's up, Dave?
I'm just trying to answer Yempi's question.
What's Yempi's question?
Asking for a friend, which means her. Which flow profile is the sweaty and leathery bits?
That would be fainty.
Oh, okay. So, very kind of you, Scott's Dragon. He has given us all his money. Or YouTube all his money.
You nearly pronounced the distilleries right, and the only reason I'm criticising is I'm from... Fair enough.
You are considered a pass on this one.
Well, not just a pass. I heard someone on YouTube say, I think it was Kilcherman. I don't know if that's correct or not. I had to learn that from a YouTuber, so I don't even know if they got it right.
Yeah.
I don't know if Bruichladdich is right or if Ardbeg is correct either.
It's Ardbeg, isn't it?
I don't know.
Yeah, there's no R. Yeah, it's Ardbeg. I don't know how to pronounce, but spelled
I'm sorry,
Ardbeg,
but we're English. Yeah. We don't get a say on this. we're boomers.
It's fine. It's not Welsh. There's no silent Fs and Ns.
There could be 3 Ds and 2 Ls. And that's the Welsh language in a nutshell, for those who don't know.
To be fair, we also did learn Caol Ila, because we did pronounce that wrong as well to start with.
I mean, how do we pronounce Bunnahabhain?
Bunnahabhain?
Bunnahabhain. Yes, I remember that. I remember seeing Storada going, what? Toy teacher. I mean, and then I find it's toch akaga. Yeah. For those who don't know, there is a language difference here, and we English often look like absolute morons because it turns out we don't know how to language.
That's because ours is the superior one. We don't need to know other people's.
Careful. He might retract that donation. we can't afford that. I don't need that. I don't need that grief. Okay, so early on.
Also heavy on the boomerang. Of course, Yempi. That's why you come here.
I think I tweeted it that.
It does say. I'm sure it did say something about it in that promo tab. Yeah.
Yeah, I may have put boomer in there somewhere. Okay, so
it may have been the title of the stream.
It might have been, yes. I printed out some information that I thought would be handy because I'm not as familiar, and I don't think Dave is either. I thought it'd be right to print out some info that we could, and I didn't put it on the screen because I didn't have time. I do apologise for that.
Fair warning: there will be a pop quiz.
Yeah, take notes. I even put it in an official...
Class is in session.
I even put it in an official folder because I realised because some of these whiskies have smoky aspects, I needed to know how a smoky whiskey is made as well as what is a peated whiskey. This one's meant to be obviously more of a peaty theme, but a lot of these have smoky qualities, therefore both are applicable. So according to World Whisky Day, a peated whiskey is given a smoky flavour by compounds which are released by the peat fires used to dry malted barley. The length and intensity of exposure to the peat smoke dictates the strength of this flavour, which is why Bruichladdich have abused that system well and truly with Octomore.
Yes.
Octomore. No, Mur, isn't it? Yeah, Mur.
Yeah. Just a teensy bit.
Teensy bit. 300 was it?
300 and something teensy bits.
300 and some ppm, yes. Phenol parts per million, which is another thing I didn't realise because I confused ppm, which is parts per million, with from my toothpaste.
Yeah.
With that, and also it's a chemistry thing. We don't do phenol parts per million typically.
Fluoride.
Wow.
Yes, you are being educated. Suck it.
So it says here, for a long time, peat was the most readily available or accessible fuel in many areas of Scotland. Now that did change over time to coke. Now, not the coke we're all thinking.
I thought it was Iron Brew.
Well, it might be in it. No, it says the introduction of coal and by continuation coke.
Yeah.
Lowlands and Speysides got in on this first, which made sense because Speysides are typically sweeter, and so are Lowlands. I like. There's a few Lowlands I like though. Ilse Bladnoch and Auchentoshan.
It's one of our possibly less explored areas, but yeah.
We should probably do a Lowland theme thing because we've got a few. I've got that Bladnoch 14 and
you've got a
Haig.
black Lowland, aren't you, for that?
I found the Speyside is available. I can get a litre of it. Lowland is impossible to get. It's beyond. Hello, Jake from State Farm. Hello, Miss Sparkles. Hope you're all well today. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Let's see. It says here, what regions stuck with peat? It says here, others followed. Initially out of necessity, Islay to the west, Orkney to the north, and several mainland distilleries held on to tradition.
It's weird because Highland Park is quite a smoky with peat.
Highland Park in Orkney is, and Balvenie, Laphroiag on Islay. Speyside go one step further, putting peating relatively small quantities of barley for their own use. Oh, geez. Yeah, okay, I see what you mean about that page now. How do we measure peatiness? So we mentioned it already. It's phenol parts per million, which is ppm, but it's not. Although it does now reference on this paper here. So I remember, because we were discussing phenol parts per million when I was deciding when I hit 100,000 on the main channel, Octomore, Bruichladich's bastard version, super strong and quite a punch in the face. We were looking at that as an option because at Octo we were like, that's octopus, that works. Yes,
I was having such a chilled out time on holiday in Malta that I was looking up whiskey for Meg.
I made a little list and you went, no, that list is terrible. I'll give you something better. But yeah, we this was on the short list originally, and we do both have a bottle now.
Yeah,
each different and quite potent in their own ways. No, they're not featuring tonight. Get off yourselves. Typically, a peated whiskey's ppm sits between 20 and I believe 45.
Yeah, high.
Because 30, I think on the Laphroiag it's quite low.
Yeah, the highest of like standard whiskies is probably sort of in the 50s, isn't it? And
it's not even that late. Yeah, but then Bruichladdich have been very active at the other end of the scale, ranging from, well, mine's 104, isn't it?
Yours 104.
Yours is
mine was 197.
But we've had a sample that was 300 plus, and it says here ranging between 167 to over 300 in one case. Yeah. I've seen Whisky Shop. Whisky Shop has a few of them for sale. The 14 edition. The rating is a blunt tool though, and whiskies of similar ppm can still taste very different, and they do. Neither of ours now taste like a slap in the face, but they are still a slap in the face, and we didn't include them tonight. Because in truth, we don't want to. We're
planning to get up tomorrow.
I've got to work and hand in an invoice. We want to go see Godzilla tomorrow. I do anyway.
Yeah.
But also, it's a very very potent palate thing, and I know you could water it down, but I don't want to do that. Rather, we wanted to go through 6 of the more well known, and then talk about the ones that we know that are Islays or Islay inspired, perhaps. There's one we can give an honourable mention to. Now you have it from Aldi.
Yes, the Glenmarnock, which I did as part of one of our Instagram photos over Christmas because it was a Christmas present. But Aldi, for those of you who are whiskey aficionados on a budget, their Glenmarnock range, I don't particularly like the Speyside, but it wins a lot of awards. It's like 18 quid a bottle. Their Islay and their Highland whiskies are like, you wouldn't know they were 18 quid a bottle. They are as good as 40, 50, 60 quid a bottles. Yeah. They are genuinely really nice, and they've won a lot of awards. And they actually now do some age, I think they do an age statement one as well. You might have to look into it. It's like 35 quid or something.
Okay. So the last page of this peaty whiskey thing that we need to talk about, is it exclusive to Scotland? No. We know for a fact Japan do it.
Yeah.
I don't know about... It says India. I've not had a peated Indian whiskey.
Yes. Wasn't the sample of Paul John a peated one? When we did
the samples?
We did some samples when we did
I remember
Paul John,
my,
free
my,
ships
my
and
desk.
stuff like that. Some of those the worldwide ones, the little
It
sample
was.
set.
It'd be in my notebook upstairs. Yeah. Okay. New Zealand's also referenced. It has referenced here some whiskies to try that are peated. Laphroiag 10, Ilsa Bay, which I have, that's actually a sweet smoke, depends on the version because they're small batch.
Yeah.
Highland Park 12 is a light smoke, and a lot of smoke, Octomer.
A lot of smoke.
The page that's missing here that I can barely read is actually the process of how the kiln is used to create the smoky flavours. Because an image has printed on the same part as the writing, and I can sort of read some of it, but unfortunately, where there are black spots in the image, I can't read it enough to tell you. Which is a shame because I was hoping to do that.
We have got a rather purple image printed over the text.
Yeah, I was hoping to read that too, but I think it might be in the smoky side because that is a similar system, and we'll get to some of that soon as well.
Is that correct?
I don't know if that works here.
I don't know.
I'm not as familiar, I'm afraid. You'd have to, wait for Leona.
Yeah.
You can try it if you want.
Jake from State Farm, you do have to either be a patron
or a Twitch subscriber or a channel member. If you're a Twitch sub, go to your Discord, user settings, user connections, and connections will have Discord servers. If your Twitch is connected to your Discord, my server, Moistonia, will pop up and you should be able to join. There you go. Hello, Naomi. Hope you're well. Okay. So where should we agreed that we'd begin with sorry, I've got a nice image here, guys. What do you think? I bought that board from Poundland just so I could put the writing on it. Expect to see it more often.
Yes.
We are going to be beginning with we put it in order. We did this last night. We agreed on an order based on where we have to start and where we have to finish. And when I presented my order, this is one of the very few times where Dave's just gone, actually, yeah, I agree. But he knows something I don't know, and that's what Bowmore is, and we'll get to that soon. We're going to be starting with Laphroiag 10, and this cork is quite tight, so do be careful, David. Satisfying.
I did put up some resistance.
Laphroiag 10, for us, was the very first peated whiskey I ever bought, and it got us into this area because Dave got a sample of quarter cask, or one of us did. We loved it. He bought a bottle of it, which he needs to replace. This is my third or fourth bottle of Laphroiag 10 because I know people give it a lot of grief, saying it's too much of something else, perhaps. Cough with the alerts, man.
But I am Windows. I know best.
Windows needs to do one. Sorry about that.
What a perky sound, indeed.
Laphroiag 10 was where it kind of all started for us. We used a Laphroiag Select for our steaks. We used to marinate them in a Laphroiag Select, which Dave is rather, I'm not going to say boomer, but he kind of did when he bought a bottle of the Oak Select, which is just Select.
Yeah.
To be honest.
It was cheap in Tesco.
It's always cheap. Nice. It's Laphroiag Select. Yeah. It's the entry level because they needed to keep up with supply and demand.
Yeah. Yes. Laphroiag, though, it's fine.
Sure. You don't drink them enough, though.
No, I know.
But yeah, we're going to start with Laphroiag 10 because it's an easy way to begin, really. It's the most well-known, isn't it? It's affordable.
Of what we've got here, I would probably say yes, based on a peated whiskey. Yeah.
It's the most well-known. It's sold in pubs. Yeah. It's not just... you're not going to go to
you're going to go to pubs, which is a good sign.
If you're going to go to a pub, are you going to see any of the other ones, really? The answer is no.
I have seen Lagavulin.
Yeah,
that's
but
the only one.
I'm sorry, but that's a bit too high. Yeah, it's almost no.
Yeah, that's the only other one I've ever
That
seen.
is so uncommon, though, isn't it? It's beyond that. I mean, was that a grad bar by chance? Because they had Oban.
They had Oban. I think they had Voom. No, I have seen Lagavulin in some pubs and that.
It's
when
such
I've been out
a rare.
With
it's so
Norwich.
I can imagine it be like a Cambridge thing,
yeah.
you know.
Bonds in Norwich have it. Beckme is expensive.
Yeah, but that's Bonds in Norwich.
Yeah, it's like 16 quid a single.
I'd rather than buying 4 singles, just buy the bottle.
Yeah, when the bar told me how much it is, like, I can get a bottle for 3 of them.
Yeah. Well, you're on the right sell, yeah. Or 10 years ago, you could have.
Yeah.
4 now.
Back in the good old days when Lagavulin was about 44 quid.
Well, yeah. But then they fixed that by bringing out Lagavulin 8, We'll get to that later.
Fixed.
We'll get to that later, of course, and no, 8 is not featuring. So Laphroiag 10. I didn't print anything out for this. The tube might have some information on it worth reading. We did last night we took these photos and we didn't think to take the bottles out of the tubes.
No, we didn't. This is true.
Because we're boomers, guys. Laphroiag in a pub would be nice to see. I'm very sorry you don't see it there. I see it in nearly every pub here. Islay was from Caol Ila, are they? Oh, Scots Dragon, we didn't know that.
Ooh, that explains why they're good then.
Dave is far too excited about this.
I mean, I have a Caol Ila 12.
What he means is an erection.
And some other Caol Ila. But
you have the distillers, don't you?
I do have the Gordon MacPhail.
Oh, the Gordon MacPhail Connoisseur's Choice.
Connoisseur's Choice
yes.
One. So go along with your Tamna one.
Yes, mine's more limited than yours.
Yes.
Yes.
But that's interesting to know because they are.
Thank you for that.
Yeah, they are very good.
If you're new by chance, by the way, I should just say we don't have like a camera set up yet. We are once Dave leaves, we are going to be doing a. I'm going to be the barn needs to be finished. It hasn't been treated, and then there will be a goal to acquire a suitable camera to have like on a shelf above the towards the side, so Dave can from maybe his arms will be visible, so he can pour the drinks.
That means I have to wear my official shirt, don't I?
You don't have to. I mean, you can wear a ducky tie.
I still have to get back from thing.
It might be an idea to sort that out at some point. I want to see the bottle. I'm really sorry that that we don't have that pot picture available.
Are you on the Discord? Because we can put a photo on the Discord.
I'm really sorry. We forgot last night while we were actually sorting out the sleeping arrangement for Dave. Part of America or Aldi's. Oh, I'm very sorry, Honeybats. Once tested Beaumont 18. Oh, motherfucker.
I have a sample of that at home, which we are saving for a future stream.
We are saving. Yeah, I haven't tried Beaumont before, so I'm looking. That is on the list tonight.
If you are on the server in the bar, there will now be a photo of the bottle.
Yes. There are 6 Islas to try, and
it's a bit dark because I haven't got the flash on because I don't want to blind Meg by flashing the camera in his face.
That's very kind of you to care for me. Will Dave put on hairnets on his arms? It might be an idea to wrap them up a little bit because his arms
I'm not wrapping my arms in cling film.
I
haven't just had a tattoo, you know.
I was thinking like tin foil. Keep you warm.
It's only the head to keep the aliens away.
Oh, is that it? Okay. I thought you wrapped stuff up in like metal sheets to keep the electromagnetism off you. Okay, anyway. Laphroiag, when you think of Laphroiag, what's the first thing you think?
Well, there is some stuff we can read. I think of that night at your house back at uni.
Okay, so this would be...
about 2007, 2008?
No, quarter cask you're thinking, aren't you?
Yeah.
That would have been nearer 2010, 2011.
Okay.
So that was nearer when I left because we'd moved to that house.
Yeah, so basically we were...
doing a sample evening.
Yeah, we had a sort of tradition where we would go and play squash in the afternoon, go back to either his or mine for dinner, and then we would do some whiskey samples and play FIFA or Left 4 Dead. Yeah,
we called your mum
to ask my mum to check the cooker. Yeah,
yeah, and we have manwidges.
That was the night of the manwidge,
where my housemate completely failed.
Yes,
he used a knife and fork on a manwidge. Yeah. I almost cried.
A manwidge is far less sexual than you're probably imagining.
Did we play Left 4 Dead?
That was Left 4 Dead too, yeah. We played Left 4 Dead at yours and FIFA at mine.
Yeah, we put my Xbox out and we were just sort of playing. I'd say it was a cracked, but it might have been someone else's, I don't know. Yeah. But we were playing that, we had samples, and
so we were working through this peated whiskey sample set from Master of Malt. One was a lie, yeah. The one that it was either called Big Peat or Peat Monster, and it was terrible.
No. It was Bunnahabhain Storada. Because it was Bunnahabhain.
I'm sure one of those two that sounded like it should be awesome was terrible as well.
Oh no, it was terrible. I think it was Big Peat.
Yeah.
But the one that threw me was Bunnahabhain because I couldn't taste any peat, and I put that in my mouth and I was like, "This feels underwhelming, lacking in whelm."
Yeah.
I didn't say that, but
I didn't know those words back then.
No, I barely know them now.
But the best thing was, so these are little 3cl sample pots. They are
Master of Malt.
Yeah, they are 3cl, tiny little things. We opened this one of Laphroiag quarter cask, and about 10 seconds later, we heard a door upstairs open. About 10 seconds after that, Meg's housemate arrived. Oh, we have an ad.
Yay! 8. What?
As you've sure now been able to skip the ad because I will continue. So yes,
thanks.
The steps came from upstairs, downstairs. Door opened. He stuck his head round the door and went, "Whiskey?"
My housemate had noticed. To be fair,
we summoned someone from another room.
He was the one that kind of got me into whiskey in his own way because he introduced me to He took me to the whiskey shop for the first time. he didn't. We tried a load of samples there, and I was like, they originally, the whiskey shop in Norwich, they had 3 barrels on the left side.
Yes, they did.
And it's a platform. Corner, didn't it? Yeah. And I went in, and he let us try all these samples, and he went in and bought something, and I was like, I have no money, but I got free drinks. This is awesome. It's a great day for me. I was like, all right, I'm off. Yeah, he came down and brought down a bottle of Anok, and he joined us.
Yeah.
I had a bottle of Fiddick 14 Rich Oak. Housemate brought down the Arbelauer 10 I bought him for Christmas. He joined us for about 10 minutes and then started off because he was a bitch. And we had a great night, actually. We were up to about 3 a.m. just drinking a shitload. It was a very peated and then non-peated evening. I quite enjoyed all of it, actually. I think the only one I remember Dave got, and he immediately passed it away because he didn't know what it was at first, and then he tasted it and gave it to me. It was Fiddick 12. Because we passed it to you thinking you wouldn't notice, and you've gone, nope. It was very Sheldon Cooper-esque. Anyway, shall we have a little drink?
I feel like we should stick our noses in.
I'm not doing the hello and then discarding the drink.
No, but we shall dive nose first into our first glass of the evening.
See, I see people give this one a lot of crap. I'm smelling
good smells, and I'm not even in it.
People give it crap because I think I think people they consider it too weak, or they consider it too, and then they insert some negative medicinal flavours.
I mean, it's certainly not got the mulchy, soddy quantity of the quarter cask, but
or law, which is intense.
But it's still there. It's
law,
still,
for those who don't know, is Laphroiag law. Dave had a 10cl medicine bottle of it for joining the whiskey club last year, and it went well on a steak, and it went well in our bellies. It's a lightly peated whiskey, this one. A little bit smoky, and I think it's fantastic. It's 40%. I don't expect much in the intensity.
Like the blurb on the back.
Read the blurb. Look at the microphone when you speak.
Yeah, I will get there. Laphroiag single malt Scotch whisky has always kept itself a bit remote, like the islanders of Islay themselves. A touch aloof at first, but make the effort. Broach acquaintance, and you'll have a warm and genuine friend for life. Take it neat like a stalwart, or with a splash of soft water. Roll it around on your tongue. Release the pungent, earthy aroma of blue peat smoke. The sweet nuttiness of the barley, the delicate, heathery perfume of Islay streams. Close your eyes and imagine the waves lapping Laphroiag, the beautiful hollow by the broad bay.
Dr. David ASMR, now available on pay-per-view, coffee.com. Anyway, so American Aldi cannot sell hard liquor at all. Oh, really? Will Dave? Oh, that's a
I think that's an American problem.
I'm very sorry that you. I mean, there's different state laws.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard about that from Trups and from Leona. They're not in the same states, and their drinking laws are very different. That fascinates me. Anyway,
the everything laws are very different between states. I think. Shanty.
Yeah.
Num 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 in my belly.
Hello.
So Dave and I differ on this whiskey a little. I think the Laphroiag 10 has to always be behind my bar or in my cabinet. Now behind the bar because I think it's a bar drink. It's not a cabinet thing, right? Dave disagrees and believes that it should be the quarter cask. And I understand that. That's definitely a barrel thing though, isn't it? I fully understand because quarter cask is sublime. I just think I agree with all the pubs that have this because I think it is one of those ones where if someone wants to be introduced to it, into the Islay single malt sort of area, you start with Laphroiag. I'm not going to go up to them and go, here, have some Bruichladdich, because that's not peated, or classic Laddie.
Yeah.
I'm not going to go, here, have some Bunnahabhain 12, which we'll have later. Yeah. Yes. A great whiskey.
Not going to go up to them and here's some Lagavulin, because if they don't like it, it's a very expensive thing you've just given them.
I just, no. Both of us have had a bottle of some kind. I've only had a 20cl of it. I would love to have a full-size bottle of Lagavulin 16. We'll get to it later. But sadly, it's just never factored. I think it would go in my cabinet, not behind the bar, though. Because it's not one of those ones I want behind the bar. Because the bar, generally, are whiskies, I think, that belong at a bar, you know?
Yeah, it's in my less drinking cabinet.
Yeah. Yeah, he has 2. So,
thank you very much, MJ, for the 99 cents.
Thank you, Lemonly. I appreciate that. It's very generous of you. I would like it, but apparently it wasn't enough for me to like it. I mean, they normally give me a like.
Yeah, there's no option, is there?
Yeah. That's YouTube being a dickhead. Sorry. Apparently,
YouTube have said you haven't donated enough for us to like it.
By the way, I will say thank you very much for the donation towards the vet bill goal. I know Penguin donated towards it. I did transfer money to my sister today. Dave can confirm it.
She was very surprised and shocked when she received money.
Yeah, she didn't know I'd done it. I had to take tax out of it, but that's okay because I know how much tax it is. So she's received a sizable amount so far. And if anyone does donate, of course, it will go to my sister.
Yes, we should note that the coffee goal that is there, if you do wish to donate, is for the vet bills. We will not be taking any cuts for whiskey.
Yeah, no, I'm not doing that.
Anything, it will all go straight
I want a PSP, I want a Nintendo DS.
The chonky dog.
Yeah, the fat bulldog. Or just a bulldog. I'll leave these here for now. She's fine.
That's fine, we'll quiz people on later.
So, you need to get your watch out, David.
Just as a quick first question of the evening, what does ppm stand for?
Parts per moist.
Not you, them. I know you're going to know. After 6 drinks, we might not, but
it's parts per moist.
She's not here.
Oh.
We can't have fun.
Always one open bar and one secret. Exactly that, Naomi. For the pupper, thank you. Eerie Pepperoni, one of the Goral World reactors, she donated £100 immediately.
Wow.
That's why I sent it straight to my sister.
Yeah.
She tweeted it to me as well, and I was like, "You're an absolute legend. Thank you for that." Right, I'll do.
Stopwatch
do you want to tell them the rule? Just refresh people's memories.
So, if you are new or if you have forgotten, we like to subject the whiskey to the test we found somewhere at one point on the internet.
Yep.
Which is very scientific. You hold the whiskey in your mouth for 10 seconds in this scenario.
Yeah.
Because it is 1 second for every year it has been in the cask.
Maturation.
And it basically gives the whiskey time on your tongue to develop the flavours, expand its profile. Meg has chosen to do this one. It is in, and the 10-second timer has begun. This won't take him too long, and I'm sure he'll be very much enjoying... Oh dear.
Gum.
Right. We may have an issue. The dental problem has resurfaced. But you are at your 10 seconds.
Oh, was I? Oh, that's right. No, the moment I kept it on one side, and then the moment I moved it over... For those who don't know, just over a month ago, I had tooth extraction. My mouth has healed, but the skin is still sensitive in that area. The drink is cold. That's the problem.
Medicinal.
Yes. So on the nose, it says opens up big, smoky, muscular peat notes, which is a bit much. Seaweed and vanilla ice cream. That might be a Seaweed Neon's whiskey in the future.
I'm surprised they haven't. Yes, there
are spices.
Tweet that to Seaweed Neon, people, Tempe. They might well get back to you on that one.
There we go. Right, pull that up. Yeah.
Pedantic people's moistness, I like that.
Thank you. Pathetically, pointlessly pedantic people's moistness. That's basically just David then. Seaweed led with a hint of vanilla ice cream, more than a whiff of notes from the first aid box, TCP and plasters. To be honest, they're not wrong. I have some TCP somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's not find it for this.
The oak is big and muscles its way into the fore as you hold this whiskey. Your bottle's in the way. Hold this whiskey over your tongue. An upsurge. No. Your Dave.
Yeah.
Yeah. An upsurge of spice develops. It says the finish is big, dry. The dry thing is noticeable. Very dry. And as savoury, tarry notes build up with an iodine complexity, there is a very medicinal aspect to it. And I know some people don't like that, but again, it's an Islay whiskey that's kind of stayed true to its formula. It's not really... It's got a flavour profile that's consistent with an age statement as well. I think that's very important.
It's robust, isn't it? It's not...
Yeah. I do think when they say the most richly flavoured of all Scotch whiskies, no. It costs 30 quid.
Yeah.
You're not richly flavoured. You are, for a price point, very good value.
Yeah, I mean, if you think it's got a big brother or two...
Bear
in mind, there's some fancier age statement Laphroigs and some special edition ones we've never had.
Yeah, is it Cadeas?
Cadeas and
I don't know if they're called, but I don't know pronunciation. You can only get those if you're members of the Laphroiag website, which we can get.
There's the 15 and there's like 30
16.
or something. 16 and 30 or something as well.
Oh, the Ian Hunter books.
Yeah, the Ian Hunter ones.
But there is the... I know that we know King Charles is a Laphroaig fan.
Yes.
And apparently his favourite is a 15. I can't find a 15 unless that's one of the Cadeas ones.
He probably owns them all.
I wouldn't mind getting one of their bottles, but I don't know if I'd ever open it. I wanted to get the White Port and Madeira because that was like, that caught my interest.
Yeah.
And you can get some on Master of Malt.
It's a bit different, isn't it? White Port and Madeira.
Yeah. It's when if when this 10 is finished, my Laphroiag 10 is finished, I'd want to replace it with the either Laphroiag 10 cast strength or Laphroiag 10 sherry finish, because that looks really.
Ah, yes, because they do. They've got a couple of finishes now, haven't they?
That colour is intense, and yes, dry. Description needs to calm itself. Yeah, it's. I will say, as far as descriptions for whiskies go, this one is fully loaded, and that's fascinating to us because when we had a closer look, I did when I was setting the images up. Some of these that are vastly more complex have very little in descriptor. Only one is a lot more complicated. Thank you for joining the server there. We appreciate that. Who was that?
Jake from State Farm.
Thank you for joining, Jake. Well done for sussing it out. There are some like later on Port Askaig. We had to find 2 separate sets of tasting notes because they're not the same. So we had to make sure we got the correct bottle. It gets more complicated when you've got whiskies that we know are vastly more like impactful, and their tasting notes are akin to somebody going, "Bosh."
I'll pick that word, and that word.
I'll take 3 from the top and 2 from the bottom, please, Carol.
Yeah.
Sorry, Rachel. Rachel. She's the hot one.
I have a vowel A. I have a consonant N, and I have a vowel U. I have a consonant
S. I prefer the one that goes. U. Okay. X. F. Okay. C. N. T. And then Jimmy goes.
There was one that went C. U. N.
No. They did U and then a bunch of other letters and then C. N. T. And Jimmy immediately hit the thing and goes, "I've got one." And starts the clock and goes, "I can't stop it. I've never got one before." Anyway, would you like to do a 10-second test on this, or
I could do?
Yeah,
I feel like it could be beneficial for one's health.
Well, you're going to have to do it anyway, aren't you? Going forward, I can't do.
True.
These all the rest of them have age statements. They're all age statements, just to be clear, guys.
It's going to be a pain in the ass to watch, isn't it? I'll have to do it on the phone.
Yeah, they're all age statement based, and a key thing about the age statement thing is we could have gone with lesser age statements. We could have gone with no age statements, but to be honest, we wanted to give you guys the ones that are considered the most well known, but also the ones that are the mainstay, the mainstream ones. Yeah. Now, you enjoy that?
Ooh.
It's good, isn't it? Hello, Otaku Gamer Judas. Hope you're well. And listening as you drive home, have a drink as well. You'll drive safe.
My breath now smells of peat. I like it.
It doesn't taste or smell of TCP. Antiseptic.
Slightly still got some steak whiffing, but
it doesn't smell like something I've put on a steak before. But it comes close.
Yeah.
Although to be fair, the I'm not gonna, no offense intended, but I feel like the Johnny Walker Black is currently in use isn't as good as the
I forgot
Laphroiag.
to marinate mine. So.
To be fair,
But,
I don't think you would have noticed with it because it's not got that punch.
We only have Wizzy with us tonight. We're up at the bar.
Hi, Shady
Tilly
Lane.
does not frequent the bar.
I will if anyone does donate through coffee, of course I will for the vet bill. I will give Wizzy Woo Fuss. She's looking at me now. She's desperate for it, but we'll do that later. Anyway, shall we continue with this and perhaps send it?
We have a problem if we had Tilly up here because she would knock the microphone, the bottles, the jigger, the glasses, and everything off the bar.
She'd be standing on the keyboard and laptop.
And she'd try and knock the bar.
My laptop is too expensive for that. I honestly, I can't do it. Send it.
Heron.
For those who don't know what heron is called, you must send the drink.
Yes.
And if it's a false heron, which it was, you definitely have to send the drink. So the rules are fairly simple. Oh, that's a good shot.
It's warming.
The peatiness is more prominent in the mouth.
Yeah.
There's a burn going down that feels.
That's the medicinalness.
Lengthy. Yeah,
that's
a length.
That's the cough medicine going down.
Hello, Grad. I haven't laid my cock on the table yet. Well, Grad, get your ass down here and lay that hog down on it before I varnish it. I need to leave a nice little imprint. It better be a thick one, though. Don't disappoint me.
Apparently, on a previous stream, we mentioned. Oh, it says you. It may be you. I mentioned a certain type of cheesecake. What's the full
London
name
cheesecake.
There we go.
Maybe.
Could be. You do like a London cheesecake.
I do. London cheesecake. It's not necessarily a cheesecake though, but it's called that.
Cheesecake.
Cheesecake. It's a fucking pastry.
Cake of cheese.
It's a fucking pastry with a bit of Victoria sponge in the middle and jam and coconut and icing all over the top. What are you doing? What are you wiggling it for?
Rinsing, so I'm not using a full amount of water.
Shut.
I don't want us to.
Just give me agua. I need water anyway.
I don't want us to get short on water.
You won't. You're fine.
Maybe if people would buy it from our wish list, so we had a supply of.
Yeah, London cheese. Oh, glad MJ remembered as well. Yeah, it's one of my favourite pastries, cake things from the bakery. Although I'm not eating them right now, which disappoints me. Okay, so Laphroiag 10. This to me, the reason we put it first is because again, it's the most well known, and it's the first. It's the one you send any. My first Islay whiskey. I don't know if it's Dave's, but it was my first Islay whiskey. I don't know when I bought it. It must have been after my 25th though.
Yeah.
But it wasn't my 26th birthday whiskey because my 26th was double black.
Yes.
Johnny Walker, because once you go black, you never go back, and of course,
double the black, double the fun.
You just honestly. And once the triple was involved,
Yeah.
I honestly just couldn't be asked anymore. I couldn't handle anymore. If they managed to quad that, I'm done.
Triple Blackwood, you know.
But yes,
just...
Laphroiag 10 is like if we're doing a baseline of peaty whiskies. This one is the middle of the road. That's the one because it starts it. You can tear it down and say, oh, but others are just better. That's fine. But that doesn't mean that gets knocked down.
But they don't
points.
cost 30 quid.
Yeah, that's the thing. The only one that. Okay, so there is a variant of one of those that is 30 quid. There's only one, and I have it. Do you know which whiskey it is that has a variant that costs about 30 quid?
Well, until you said you had it, I was going to say the Lagavulin 8, but I have it.
That's 50 quid. 40, 50 quid,
Oh,
yeah.
okay. I'm going to go with the Bruna.
Strada.
Yeah.
Yeah. The only other ones that fall are Bruichladdich Classic Laddie.
Which is not...
Ardbeg Wee Beastie 5-year-old.
Yeah.
I think there's a Kilkerman that qualifies as well.
Is Smokehead an Isla?
Yes.
So that's normally in that
No,
30-ish.
is it? Well, it depends which one, because they
Yeah.
do a tequila cask that I really want, but it's
Yeah.
like 80
I think
quid.
there's the standard
You've
one
seen that?
is-
Remember, they were the ones I showed you, that nosing glass that actually had space
Yeah.
for your nose. And I was like, Dave, they're £100, but you need that glass. Why? Because your nose will fit in it.
Yeah.
Honestly. Hi, Ragamuffin.
Good evening,
Hope you're well
Ragamuffin.
today. That's getting made once I'm done with the... Oh, fantastic, honey bats. I hope you enjoy it.
We will have to just confess, Ragamuffin, we are not using the official stream glasses tonight. We are using glasses branded with one of the whiskies we are drinking later on.
But also because these are peated whiskies and we want nosing glasses, which that's not the brand, they're Glencairn, but the markings are different for a distillery. But we want these ones because peat smoke is vitally important to the experience.
Yes. And we even have the
we
caps to keep the smoke in.
I do want to get Capita glasses, but we'll deal with that another time because I think these nosing caps will go on top of those.
Those are on our wish list on Amazon. If you do feel free to frequent.
Yes, of course. We might see about getting those in the future. But right now, hello, Aslihan as well. We've got loads of people here today.
We do. There's 15 people currently in the chat.
Hi. Don't forget to smash the like, folks. We have 2 streams planned.
We have 8 likes and 15 people watching. So that means that...
cancel the chat.
9 of you. 8 of you. No,
cancel.
Hang on, math. 7 of you.
You absolute boomer. I told you can't do mental arithmetic.
Yeah.
I told him this before we started because he was trying to work out two sets of numbers on a Tesco receipt. Anyway,
I was trying to work out what I didn't know were only 2 sets of numbers at the time on a Tesco receipt.
You're a boomer. It's because you did the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Anyway, yeah. We want to get the Capita glasses apparently are the best versions, and we're gonna seek to acquire those and obviously improve things. We will be using some thick glasses tomorrow for something else, but we have 2 streams planned going forward. We have one on Wednesday. All port cask finish.
Yeah.
That's going to be interesting because we have an absolute swerve.
Not just a special guest.
Okay, so that's a separate thing. That's
a swerve as well.
The swerve I'm thinking is the fact I got a very expensive whiskey that we didn't know was a port cask finish until very recently, and I'm like, okay, the standard port cask I've got of something else is out. The more expensive is in because we know it's good. But there's another swerve in that if my dad is here on that day, and he'll be sleeping in this cabin when we're streaming, so we might have him sit on the couch behind us.
You can give Plumpy Fuss.
We'll give him loads of glasses of one of the ported whiskies that we know Dave wants to see gone, and just give him lemonade, and he can do the white girl response to each of them. And then he'll go to bed very happy, and me and Dave will stumble back to the house after having glasses of port as well.
Yeah.
Anyway, next on the list, Bowmore 12. I know sod all about this whiskey, David. Tell me something about it. Established in 1779 is all I can see on the box.
The thing is, I don't know a huge amount about it either. I got this because I like the Black Rock. So I've got a whiskey in my collection. We did it on a Discord stream at one point.
Instagram post as
on
well.
An Instagram post. Bowmore Black Rock. I got this as a travel. It was a travel exclusive litre bottle. Can't remember when or where I went, but I saw it and it caught my eye.
Yeah.
So I bought it, and that is a really lovely whiskey. It's very hard to come by now. But as it was getting a bit low, I thought, well, I like this. Bowmore do some Aston Martin collabs and stuff like that as well. So I thought, this could be a whiskey I want to get into. So I'll buy the standard, which is the 12, and I would give it a go. So not actually realising, even though it says it on here, that it's an Islay. Genuinely, neither of us realised it was an Islay.
The only thing I know about Bowmore is recently the Whiskey Shop did a sample set for evening and it sold out in 5 minutes.
Yes.
Thank you, MJ, for the donation. Thank you so much. It really means the world to us.
Yes, Yempi is kebab.
Obviously. All the kebab.
Moist, contrarian, one of the two.
Moist.
We know about Bowmore also because of the Aston Martin limited editions.
Yes.
Although, the 22, I keep seeing it for like 300. And in January, no lie, it was on my list. I was like...
Yeah.
If I buy that and open that in front of Dave, he's going to have a fucking conniption. He's going to see me open that, and the first thing he's going to do is get a glass and go, "Sam."
I'm going to Fernando Alonso you. I'm going to do nothing wrong, and you're going to crash off into the.
No. Dave is going to do what my nephew does and simply hold his hand out and go, "Sam."
He does. Yeah.
Sam.
He did that to me to my Oasis.
Sam.
And to my phone. He just looked at my head. My phone.
Thing is, back in January, I did buy something that was that expensive. If the Bowmore 22 was there, the Aston Martin one, I was going to buy it, and it was going to be my January treat, and I was going to open it. I was going to open it in the shop though, just to make sure you knew I'd do it.
So this on the box, this says today as it was then.
Oh, hang on. Thank you, Ragamuffin. Needs more whelm. Thank you for the donation. Thank you everyone who's donating.
We definitely need more whelm. Thank you.
Means the world to us. Thank you so much. And yes, all the whelm is required, of course.
And if you're short of whelm here, please do go and find our Penderyn Welsh Whiskey Wicked Whelming stream, where there is
this
whelm
one's alliteration. This is the Iridescent Isle of Islay.
Yeah.
I like Iridescent. It's a good word. It was the first one I thought of.
Yes. Like a TVR paint job.
Yeah. It's all right. Wednesday's all the peas.
Yes. So this is our signature distillery style of peat smoke, citrus and vanilla, perfectly balanced at 12 years old.
Oh.
Bowmore is home to the world's oldest Scotch maturation warehouse, the legendary Number 1 Vaults, and they do a Number 1 series, which are horrendously expensive.
I'm just clicking my wrist, don't mind me.
ASMR in the background, folks. Some of the world's most coveted single malts have been meticulously matured here.
Oh, hi Leona, welcome to the stream.
Yeah,
Bowmore's the most touristy of the established 007 range is quite nice. So I've heard that.
Yes.
And fun fact for all of you who don't know this, is it Ian Fleming? So Ian Fleming?
Yes.
Right, the creator of James Bond, he's from Dover. And there's a bus that runs from Dover, National Express bus that runs from Dover to London called the 007 in his honour.
Yep.
I used to take that bus because I had to travel to Dover, which is the Ball Lake, to get to Norwich, to go back to university. Good buses, though.
So, reflecting the essence of Bowmore, thrashing waves, windswept landscapes, and generations of tradition, our 12 years old is both complex and perfectly balanced.
Mm-hmm.
Subtle lemon and sweet heather honey complement the trademark peat smoke of Bowmore, which is trademarked, by the way. As everywhere it has Bowmore, it has the registered trademark symbol next to it. Yes. Leading to a delicious, long and mellow finish. Open the door to a story of deeper character.
Should I call my bar the Bowmore Bar? And then just have no Bowmore behind it.
Literally everywhere.
But I'll put that on there, but I'll just...
all the text.
Oh, it actually is there on all of it? Oh my God.
Bowmore.
Okay, everywhere Bowmore is written, there in the top red corner is the R with a circle on it.
So Bowmore is trademarked.
This is another 40%
ABV. But they only put it on the main bit of the box.
That also, Laphroiag has another advantage. Laphroiag will get that royal seal in the future. Because it'll get the royal seal, and that's a big deal. Annoyingly,
like Johnny Walker has.
Because our current prince is a one-pint prince, he can't handle...
Sorry.
He can't handle more than 1 pint. And he's a beer guy because he's a bitch. Dave was being fiddly there and almost knocked over a bunch of things.
Yes, my bad.
Yeah,
I'd be right back. You just got here.
I've never had Bowmore 12. Dave has a bottle of it and he hasn't had much himself. But I know nothing about Bowmore. So this is a complete unknown to me. Which is where I have a disadvantage over Dave because I've had all but that. So this is going to be fun. This will be a genuine experience for me.
But the thing is, I've had 3 or 4 glasses of it.
Yeah.
It's not like I've had tons.
One bottle, though, isn't it? Whereas like my Laphroig's on like 3 or 4. Oh, that's all right. Not as satisfying as Laphroig. But like
more
Laphroig,
build up.
the Laphroig 10,
More
I've
teasing.
had 3 to 4 bottles of that over the years, you know, and obviously quarter cask, oak select. I was going to buy the 16 in January, by the way, guys, and I would have loved to have done Laphroig 16 against Lagavulin 16. I think that would have been really interesting. Dave, watch it. You already squirted all the wax. So yes, he is quite clumsy for what he is. It's because he's not paying attention to the objects around the boxes. I'll just move this over here out the way completely. There you go. Yeah.
Is that one that was, yes.
Yeah, that's one I did the moonshine on. Yeah, good. That's it, Dave. Feel that sticky. That edge, that rim, or sticky rim. Are you pissed already? Dave might be.
No, I just had a spatial awareness moment.
It's because he wears glasses.
Caught the lid, open lid of the box, the bottle.
He wears glasses so thick he can read your mind. And you need to get your head out of the gutter about those 5 guys there, Ragamuffin.
The MP is thinking about cats.
And Leona is thinking about...
Oh, moist.
So, I'm not going to put up the notes. I'm going to have an instant smell, because I know nothing of this. So this could be really interesting, I think.
Who's in?
Very mild. Compared to that, there's a sweetness to this. A lot sweeter.
Yeah.
But the smoke and the peat is nowhere near as pronounced. It sits around... It's 2 years older, same ABV. Do they do a non-age statement beyond Blackrock? Like a standard non-age statement Bowmore? Because a lot of the Islas do lower age statements, or they do non-age statements, don't they?
I will consult Google.
Never get your head out the gutter. Damn right. Damn right.
They do a Bowmore Legend, which is like 30 quid.
So they do, but we know nothing of it either, really, then, do we?
But that seems to be
okay.
and then 12, 15, 18.
I hope you had a nice shower, Miss Sparkles. Behave, I'll not be having 5 guys anytime soon.
And the Aston Martins as well, yeah.
I'm very
Legend.
sorry that you can't find guys.
Or something of those words in different orders, possibly.
You could rearrange it if you like, but it's not compulsory. It's the 2 Fs that fucks me. Every time I do Fs, I always end up fumbling. My stammer becomes more pronounced.
Bowmore produces a heralded malt and the second best-selling Islay whiskey after the Leviathan Laphroiag. So Bowmore is the second best-selling Islay whiskey.
Disagree.
Laphroiag the best.
Unless they're shipping that internationally, I disagree. That can't be right. I swear Laphroiag has to, because the pubs, they go through so much.
Yeah, no, Laphroiag is the best-selling.
Oh, you said Lagavulin, didn't you?
No.
You said Lagavulin.
Laphroiag.
Confirm it. You said Lagavulin.
I'm pretty sure I said Laphroiag, but okay. But so Bowmore produces heralded so yeah, second best after Laphroiag.
Fair enough. All right. Well, okay. Fair enough. That's good to know. I mean, it makes sense actually. Lagavulin wouldn't be up there because it's they can't produce enough. That's why they brought out the 8-year-old, which is, as it's owned by Diageo. They'll find a way to bring that down time soon as well.
You got 5 guys for your mum. That's an interesting gift.
Honestly, it's a gift that keeps giving. Okay, so I'm gonna pull up the tasting notes I've got in there. The nose says coastal smoke and ash soon make way for bergamot, orange zest, lemon slices, and some hay before becoming rather floral heather smoke, now competing with the ash. Yes, I've had 5 guys multiple times because I'm a slut. But at least I'm honest about it, Ragamuffin.
It's definitely sweeter and lighter on the smoke.
Citrusy, not so much.
No, I'm not. I wouldn't say I'm getting the citrus.
Unless the citrus is being like cancelled out by like the smoke. I don't know if that's what happens. Maybe let's go start doing the bonfire this evening and just set the put some lemons on it. We get some lemon juice and just squirt it all over the place.
So if you breathe into it and then breathe out, breathe out into it and then breathe in, it goes milder and sort of get a little bit of a
I don't like doing
citrusy
that.
hint. But
I agree with you. I don't like doing that. That's horrible. It's good, but it's horrible for my nose. My nose instantly has a horrible sharpness go up it. That's painful. It's like getting water up your nose in the swimming pool. MJ, thank you for the fun.
Well, thank you very much.
Did you give 10 memberships?
Gifted, it says 5 on there.
I've got 2 sets of 5 on my thing.
Okay, I've only got 1 come up.
Okay, 5. Thank you so much. Omegon, how could you be a good dirty slut? Well, I'm a good asexual dirty slut.
We don't need to do a rain dance. It's already raining.
Could
you do a non-rain dance?
I'll confirm it. Give me a moment.
Mega's going to literally stick his head out of the door just to confirm the rain is occurring.
It is raining.
Rain is occurring. There we go. We are in Britain. It is April. Therefore, it is raining.
It is very toasty in here.
Yes.
Meg has lit candles, and that thing is pumping out a
standard.
OBS disconnected.
People are parting with their money.
Okay, it's reconnected. Sorry if we've stopped for a second. OBS disconnected randomly. You will hear the weird sounds on your end. Sorry.
Yeah, so Yempi, people are parting with their money to support us. That is what is happening, and you will probably not understand that feeling.
Thank you so much for the support.
Thank you very much.
We don't generally get much in the way of this kind of generosity on these streams, and it really does mean the world to us. If anything, because it helps our alcoholism. So,
they changed to green when I remember.
Yes, they do. Would you? Can I have a sip just to get a first? Because I've never tasted it.
I feel like you should. Yes.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'll have a sip.
Do dig in. I'm just letting Meg have a moment to just contemplate.
The flavour's a lot stronger than the smell, but the sweetness initially is there, but then the smoke properly hits you. And this is definitely a more smoky whiskey. Really impactful smoky. And it sort of makes the finish is fairly lengthy. It builds up on the side of my mouth, makes my mouth water, unlike the Laphroiag that dried my mouth. This is making my mouth water.
Oh, it's making it's moist making.
Oh, moist.
That's from
you get the citrusiness at the start, don't you?
Yeah.
And then it develops through that.
So it says here, the palate is lovely and rounded, honeyed initially, vanilla perfume smoke and CO, I assume coal elements develop, dark peat blossom oily sweetness. And the finish, smoky and long, sea spray, dry grass, touch of ash, and citrus cunts. Citrus. I don't want the stream to... Why are you flashing?
I thought, you might enjoy it.
Oh, okay. Cheers, babe. Men's vices. Well, I appreciate that, honey bats. I really do. We don't generally do this often, and after Wednesday, we won't be doing any until maybe June if we're lucky.
Yeah, we may be able to make some work in June now.
Maybe in June. Maybe. There's no guarantee, though. But it won't be till July for certain. Because Dave's away in May, he's going on holiday, and I'm not doing anything until July anyway, when I go to Norwich for a gig, and we'll do Talisker then as well, won't we? That's going to be really bad, because we're doing that on the Friday.
Oh, no, that's boat trip.
Saturday's a boat trip, isn't it?
Yeah, the Friday night Talisker, Saturday day boat trip. Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
That we didn't think that through.
We did the Penderyn before the boat trip last year.
Yeah.
And that was easier, but we know what Talisker's like. We know what's going to happen. Anyway, you need to, once you've finished sending pictures of your nudes, you need to do the 12 seconds for this, because that's your thing. Dave is flashing. Yeah, he is. Where's the camera? Well, oddly, if he's holding the camera while he's flashing. All of you to horny jail. This is a good Amish. Thank you, Yampi, for being a good, equally asexual self. Yes. 12 seconds, David. Come on. 12 years old. Get it down.
Sorry, I'm just posting a picture on the bar for those in the server that want to see the bottle.
And for those who are on the Discord, tomorrow at 8 p.m. GMT, David
British time for all of you.
Yes, 8 p.m. GMT or 9 p.m. I think it'll be 8 though. David and I will be doing a Discord VC where we will be sampling a Israeli whiskey called Milk and Honey. It is single cask, fortified Israeli wine, which is technically port. It's in fact recognised as such. It is 66.5% and bottle number 180 of 361. Dave is coming.
Oh, that is... I've not done that at home before.
No?
That builds up so nicely. That's really good. It does. It's not overpowering, but it's got a lovely warmth. There is some peat. There is some smoke. You can get a bit of vanilla. That is really nice.
And just to address Miss Sparkles, it's vitally important here. An asexual man who likes big boobs and doesn't think Zendaya is hot. Well, Zendaya is not hot, and I'm allowed to think that, and big boobs are fine. Beyond that, yes, you're quite right. Asexual. Asexual Amish. That's why I'm using technology.
Zendaya? Who's Zedia?
Well, it's meant to be Zendaya. It's fine. The bull in the bumblebee pants. So what did you think of the 12 seconds on that? Did it taste sweaty?
12 out of 10 would recommend, would do again.
You're putting it on a pedestal, mate.
That was really nice.
The thing is, you know what the others are.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's... It's okay. It's spoiler alert. It's not going to hold up against
A couple of them.
some of them later,
I'm not convinced it'll hold up against any of them, to be honest.
but I'm intrigued now how that's going to go against the Caol Ila 12, doing the same thing.
I mean, I'd be intrigued to see how it handles against the Askaig 8.
yeah, but that did develop
MJ,
very nicely.
thank you for the donation again. Thank you so much. Really are very grateful for that. Got to go support my buddies. Fair enough. Have a lovely evening, Miss Sparkles, and thank you for being here.
Thank you for being
here. We really appreciate it. Genuinely, and have a lovely evening with your friends. Okay, well, I can't do 12 seconds because my gum, but I can have another.
See what you can get. 'Cause if you can get a few seconds, you might start to get that build up. Now, it's definitely different to the Laphroiag. It's
a lot sweeter.
Yeah.
If you leave it a little bit longer. I'm doing Dave sips. You noticed?
Yeah, that was very Dave sip.
Yeah, felt like a proper mouthful.
Well done, Plumpy. You've turned around and gone exactly back where you were.
It's better than some dogs where they look at you and then they just roll on their back and just go, I'm going back to sleep now. Look up Bulldog Pabs if you know what I'm talking about. You know exactly what I'm on about. I am going to have steak.
Picks or it didn't happen.
Put the meat in your mouth and tell us what.
No. I want to be monetized. We're not doing this. Not doing this.
Food nudes on Discord, please. Fiona.
Please, of course. And of course, if you're having a glass of whiskey, of course, the only thing that should be eaten with it is steak.
Or maybe chocolate. Or a hobnob. Or a shortbread.
We're not dipping this. I'm not doing dipping things in this, buddy.
Now that's a whiskey for dipping.
None of these are whiskeys for dipping.
No.
If you do it, I will actually kick you outside. You can stand out there in your slippers.
I don't really hold up in the rain.
You can say the dirty stuff in my... No. Right, anyway.
Only if you give us steak picks.
Been here for an hour. Shall we send this one as well?
We already? Jeez, we have. Okay.
Well, we did 35 minutes before we finished the first one.
Yeah.
Or got to it even, because we were talking about like this...
We were doing some reading.
Yeah, we were doing some factoid stuff.
Yes.
Okay, so...
Cheers.
Send it. A very, very, very warm and smooth shot. Straight down the pipe. Very... It's nice. It's a good whiskey. I actually do now understand why it's popular. But I wouldn't... I'm not going to... No offence intended here. When I hear the word Bowmore, I don't think Islay.
No.
The name annoys me because it doesn't sound like an Islay whiskey.
No, I don't. I think we overlooked this to start with until I was working on my cabinet and went, hang on.
It's because you pulled out the Glenmarnock.
Yeah.
And I was like, it's not really well known. I thought I'd have to pull out the Bruichladdich. Yeah. I was like, I don't know if I want to do 2 non-peated whiskies.
Yeah.
And I do have a peated Bunnahabhain, but we're not opening that for this stream. We're saving that for a Bunnahabhain good time.
Yeah.
And yes, that will be the name of the stream because I sat on that a while ago.
I actually realised that was an Islay while I was looking for port finish whiskies. So I was working on thinking what one could be port finished and going past the Dalmore. I'm like, hang on, Bowmore. Islay. Ooh.
The thing is, if you want to be pedantic enough, you could be like, well, I mean, Johnny Walker Green has some Caol Ila in it.
It does.
I mean, can we not include that? No, you can't. I would love to. My bottle's not open, but no.
Mine might have been finished. One of them.
I'd love to see some of the other like very well-known distilleries do a peated version. I was talking about. Hello, G-Dubs. Hope you're well. Haven't had steak in a while. Going to have to raid my butchers on Monday. I hope you do.
Official rules: Saturday night, steak night.
Yeah, it used to be my
It's
house.
like fish and chips on a Friday.
My house rule back in Norwich was I think Thursday night or was curry night.
Yeah,
that was a good night. You used to join us, didn't you?
Yeah, I did start doing. Yeah.
Yeah. Curry night was a banging night.
The first house I did, then we had the lime pickle and I didn't come back.
We don't talk about it. I'm sure it's a great mixer, but on its own, it's an absolute abomination. The front to the very nature.
Mango chutney, yes. Lime pickle.
Yeah, but chutney's all right. Chutney's lovely. Anyway,
do the
Agua. I was going to mention that there are distilleries I'd like to do certain finishes. I mentioned, Dave, I'd like Lagavulin to do a port cask finish because I think Tamna's great.
Tamna are good for the odd finishes, or
all
wine
of them
finishes,
are.
aren't they?
All of them are. Technically, all of them are odd finishes. Well done. Because they don't do a standard, like, just straight... They do a double oak, a double barrel or whatever it's finished.
Yeah, double barrel.
But one of them is sherry anyway. One sherry, and then they do a sherry finish. It's like, hang on.
Yeah, that threw us, didn't it? Because we had the double barrel, then we had the sherry cask, and This is bourbon and sherry, but the double barrel is bourbon and sherry.
Yeah. To be honest, that was no different than some of the Duros we've had. But I'd like to see them do a port finish to keep up with the wine casks they've done, because I think that would be a banger. Although I don't think they'd be able to get enough Cockburns. Now, I know it's not pronounced that. I'm going to keep saying it. It's pronounced... what is it, David?
Cockburns.
Bullshit. Is it? It's Cockburns. One word. Cockburns.
And for those of you that have been around a really long time, it's what happens when you get original source tea tree shampoo on your gentleman's area.
Or you accidentally put your hand on exposed chili and go for a whiz.
Or a danger wank.
So I'll be honest with you. The danger when you start and you call your parent, or is the danger when you're doing it while you're also simultaneously suppressing a scream? Like when they walk in and they see that very red bulbous tip because it's swollen from infection and from burning. Is it danger at that point, or is it danger when they say we?
It's danger when it passes like 4 million Scovilles.
I remember when I was crushing down Carolina Reapers, putting that Jack Daniels, and I had a mortar and pestle thing, and I ended up using a pair of tweezers to pull them apart. And my sister was like, "What are you gonna do with those tweezers?" And I was like, "Open the bin." It's like, "Why? Open the bin." I put the chili in there, I dumped it in there, and then put the tweezers in the bin. We never touched them again.
We have an actual whiskey question.
Oh, go on, ask away.
Imagine your shock, boys. I have an actual whiskey question from Ragamuffin. Have you both seen the cask investments available, and have you considered / done this?
Before Christmas, I was reached out by Braeburn Whiskey. Braeburn, I expressed interest in investing in a Bunnahabhain barrel, but I can't afford it. I would love to. They estimated after a lengthy discussion, and we agreed to talk after Christmas about it. They said that if you held on to one for 5 years and you get 1 year free rent, and then you paid like £90 a year for the barrel to be stored. And every year you can review if it wants to keep it in the barrel, change the barrel, maybe take an angel a little with the top, just a little sample. Yeah. You can do that 5 years. The value of it goes up by about 15 to 20%. And I was like, that's actually really good.
Yeah.
Even with the rent fee.
I mean, the highest.
It's also free of capital gains tax.
The highest interest, while it's in a barrel, yes. The highest interest you can get on savings is like 6%.
But then if you sell the barrel as the barrel, then you're still quids in.
Yes.
And I was like, that to me is an investment. I'd love to invest in that.
If you bottle it, you're screwed. Basically.
Oh, yeah, because you can't bottle it anyway. You need the license.
Yeah.
So you can't do it. So you sell the barrel as it is. I would do that with some Bunnahabhains. I'd stick them all in Madeira. I'd stick Bunnahabhain in Madeira.
Gone from fun to terrifying. Yes, welcome to Not Worth a Cork.
Hi.
Moist.
But yes, we are going to... I would love to do that one day, invest in a barrel or two, but I can't afford it right now. I'd have to smash December.
Maybe we could make it a stream goal thing that people can contribute towards. Okay, they have a very, very small percentage.
That was the minimum for...
I thought I'd seen one that was free.
Or barrel. Oh, you might have,
okay.
But they're very hard to get hold because they sell too quickly.
Yeah,
they sell far too quick. But I would have to do a Christmas that would have to be like no other to buy one, and then pay my tax on it as well, and be like, well, I've got nothing left.
Yeah.
So it would be an investment and a punt.
Yes.
But you can get some, and if you want to, do it. Otherwise, just play it smart and invest in things that are public services, knowing you'll get your fair share, and those services will still be shit.
Yeah.
Okay. So should we move on to the next whiskey? Oh, actually, do you rate this above or below in peat and smoke to the Laphroiag? Because I think it has to be separated.
So it's lower on peat.
Yeah.
But
higher
on smoke.
Yeah. I agree. This is a thing. Islay whiskey covers both. It covers a few areas, but it is synonymous with peaty and smoky qualities.
Yeah.
I think Laphroiag sits above in one, but below in the other. And I agree with David on that.
What do you say in terms of quality sip or quality drink? What would you rate higher?
I prefer sweeter flavours. So I do think the Bowmore 12 has a nicer palate for sweeter flavours, but that doesn't change my opinion of Laphroiag. I'd rather have that in my cabinet or my Bahar than Bowmore.
Yeah.
But only because I think Bowmore... If I want a peated whiskey, if I wanted something peated, I'd go with Laphroiag. If I wanted something smoky, I'd go with something else as well, though. I'd go with Nilsa Bay.
So if I'd have brought the Black Rock, we'd have had a different conversation.
Maybe. But I think that it's not a fair fight though. At that point, you may as well pull out Laphroiag Law.
Yeah,
it's still not a fair fight though. It's still not fair in the slightest because they're completely different whiskies, and that's very important to acknowledge. And that's why the next one on the list is
the 18 Bowmore intrigues me now because what's that going like?
That's a purple box thing. Is that because it's a port finish or is it a red wine finish? I remember seeing the purple framing on the box.
That's a lot of WhatsApps.
Yeah, you're very popular. I'm not popular enough to get WhatsApps. The owner secretly loves it when Meg does that. I can confirm, for those who've never heard this before, Leona on Twitch, or Wildling Darling in the chat, loves it when I go, oh, moist. I should now say, for sake of clarity...
That is not what I clicked on.
That is a donation thing. So the Bowmore 18, Dave bought a sample of it in the whiskey shop in August last year, I think. And it has a purple framing, the small one does. Why don't you just go down to the bottom of the description?
Tropical fruit, apparently.
Does it say anything?
No.
Okay.
No, it's not got any particular cask info. Not a master of malt, anyway.
Okay, fair enough. You could just say, what finish is Bowmore 18? That might be a better Google search.
Hand-selected oak casks.
Okay.
One of the rarest, apparently. No, that's all it says. Oak.
Fair enough.
Hand-selected oak cask.
Fair enough. Okay, well, shall we move on to the next one, Dave? Because I'm parched.
But it does sound very tasty.
Cool, I'm parched.
Okay.
Next on the list is Dave's Caol Ila 12. Now, you bought this... Did you buy it in the whiskey shop?
Yes.
Yeah, this one you bought, we tried, and we're instantly like, yes. Thing is, we both like Islay whiskies, but we don't actually drink it that often. And I think I need to make it so one of my stream whiskies is an Islay. But I love the bottle colour on these, on like the Caol Ila and the Lagavulin. It's very similar brown sort of bottle.
Smoked, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I've actually had a Caol Ila, probably one of the first 10 whiskies I had. It was a starting sample kit. It was a 1997 Muscatel finish.
Muscatel, I've heard that, but I've never had it.
And it was lovely.
Is
and
Muscatel a wine?
I can't find it anywhere to buy a bottle. But that was the first. That was probably one of the first whiskies I had because that was in the first ever sample box I got.
Don't enable her ragamuffin. Don't do girly VCs. And blue screening Leona is obviously a thing. Anyway, yeah. Okay, so Caol Ila 12. We've this one of all of them here tonight. This one is about half empty.
This one is quite well drunk, and it's actually I've had that less time than the Bowmore. Meg's making a face. That means he's just read something on the bottle. Wow.
You didn't know that. I just saw that. My eyes immediately went to that. So one of our whiskies this evening is my Islay entry. Well, I've got 3 here, but this one's a peated one. We'll leave it to the end. But we didn't think this would... Okay. We didn't think that this would be comparable to the one that I have that's 4 years younger from a smaller distillery, a newer one by comparison. And now we find out that Caol Ila Distillery is in Port Askaig.
Basically down the bloody road.
Yeah, it's done in the same place as a whiskey we're featuring as a penultimate in the form of Port Askaig.
Which we both own, because we both did the same thing.
We both did a sample of it, and we both immediately went, and bought the bottle gift set, and I broke his gift set box, so he got mine. I threw mine away anyway, because it didn't matter, and we're using the glasses for it. Anyway, would you like to pour us a dram, Dave? What was that?
I'm also very much enjoying the music choice in the background.
It's a bit mild. I don't really care for ballads. Give me some metal.
It's good live, though.
Yeah, it was a banger live, because she's hot. Dave, did you do a suitable cork sound?
No.
You got stuck.
There was
absolute bellend. You got stuck.
There was some squeaking, and there was a pop.
Was there? I didn't hear it. I must have been so busy listening to my own ego. Don't stick the fucking jigger in the glass, you div.
I didn't realise the jigger was the same size as the glass.
You got the jigger stuck in my nosing glass. Stardew. Oh, I hope you're enjoying yourself. Hello, 17 people, by the way. We haven't had that many people here for a while. We really appreciate it.
We have 17 people, but 20 likes. This is good.
Victory's ours!
We're doing well. Who's using an alt account?
The slightly sozzled stream is off to a great start.
We are now approaching the halfway point.
So, well, not really. Got the other one on the bottle, Caol Ila 12, Islay single malt, out of sight in a remote cove near Port Askaig, lies Caol Ila, hidden gem among Islay's distilleries since 1846. Not easy to find, Caol Ila's secret malt is nonetheless highly prized among devotees of the Islay style. So I will admit, I would love a bottle of Caol Ila in my collection. It's one of those ones where that and Lagavulin that I don't have, and yet I would like to have. You know, but it's just a strange thing where I'm not buying whiskey right now. Beyond the 2-year anniversary and the bottle Dave and I traded, which I didn't buy.
Yeah.
We legit have done a trade. But I'm not buying whiskey. I was looking at a bottle earlier today in Tesco, and I really want it. But Dave can confirm I didn't buy it. I was looking at that. I really wanted it. It was the Glenmorangie Twisted Vine Cognac cask.
Yeah.
I've been eyeballing that for so long.
Interestingly, Port Askaig Distillery does not come up on Google.
The grifting worked. If the grifting worked, my donation bar would be higher up. I'm kidding. No. We're very grateful for that.
Yeah. So it's not on Port Askaig Distillery. Does not appear on Google.
It's the thing is with Port Askaig though. It's a younger distillery. They're doing a small batch.
Caol Ila
remember?
they're not very far
They
away.
do much smaller batches, don't they? I'd love to get my hands on the 15 Port Askaig though. Do a comparison. Anyway, this is your whiskey, Dave. Would you like to be the first to have a sip of it and tell me what you think?
I will.
Not that it would take you much to be able to work out what you think. We know you love it.
Nice warm smoke on there.
Yeah?
Bonfire.
I'm glad it is. I'm glad
Coastal.
it is. Yeah. In about half an hour, we're going to have to dispatch a dog, by the way. David
It's
is
more on the lines of the Laphroiag.
Yeah.
Than the Bowmore.
Okay.
It's certainly got that more salty kind of the seaweed sort of coastalness to it, but then it is on the edge of the coast. It's
okay.
actually right. The Port Askaig is on the coast, just opposite the Isle of Jura.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Oh, and thank you, MJ, again for the donation. That's your 10th super on our live streams. Thank you so much. Genuinely, we really appreciate it. Right, so I'm going to have a sip now as well while Dave texts my sister. And I'll tell you what I think before I put up the tasting notes.
They were just doing dog notifications.
It's lovely.
Megan's going in.
So it's a lot sweeter on the front. Oh, there's a smoke there at Kiggs. That's only because it went down the wrong tube. It's absolutely delicious. It says here on the nose, fresh, herbal rubbed peppermint. Peppermint I get on the tongue. Stemmy, damp grass, smoky, oily cigar, smoked ham, hickory, lemon peels. The palate, good body, oily, tart, elegant smoke, hints of boiled sweets. There's not as much peat on this.
Yeah.
But it's
like a tart of a good body.
I do like a good tarty body. Tarry body, sorry. Once you go black, you never go back on. No, this is absolutely delicious. Hello, Stella H. Hope you're well.
Good evening.
And I hope we teach you something. And go follow us on Instagram, guys. We post stuff there sometimes.
Yeah, we'd like to post there a lot more than we do.
We probably will sort out some pictures tomorrow because we have some time. Eventually, we'll make some time to take some pictures of bits in the garden. Maybe you never know. If it rains, just get one bottle and be like, "It's raining."
To be fair, we haven't got a wet bottle yet. Even your one in the shower wasn't wet.
Yeah, but Monkey Shoulder still commented, so I don't care.
No, Monkey Shoulder did comment. That was
They
good.
not only gave me a comment, they gave me the best comment. I had to put it in the shower or something, take it with me for a new loofah, and they're like, "Our face when we go to the shower."
Our face when we realise we're not going to the cupboard, but we're going to the shower.
Yeah, the eyes really far apart with the lip emoji, and I'm like, that's the response. That's the response. That's what I'm talking about. On my Omegon Instagram, I pinned the empty bottle of Tullamore. Yeah. Because Tullamore commented, didn't they? They replied to me. Yeah. It's one of my least liked pictures on Instagram, and I pinned it because I'm like, I'm keeping that. That's a good picture. They've changed their label. The Tullamore standard label is different now.
We got liked by Conor McGregor as well, didn't we? For the
I did. Yeah, we did. Yeah. We did. Yeah, that was.
We are famous. We are liked by celebrity.
It's when it happened. I went and checked his account straight away, and I ran into the house and I showed you, and we were like, Well then. Shit. 12 seconds, David.
Oh, hello.
Oh,
Thank you, Ragamuffin.
Thank you, Ragamuffin, for confirming that I am an absolute Hushlag. Thank you very much for the donation. And of course, I consider it a great honour to be considered a tarty body schlag lover when you can take 5 guys at once. Or you want to take 5 guys at once, which I fully understand. I mean, depends where you put it in, I guess. But fitting it all in the mouth is a bit of a challenge. Dave's done 12 seconds or 13.61. Oh, is it effervescing? Jinx, you owe me a drink.
There you go.
Thank you, good sir. Thank you. Cheers.
So, for reference, I just literally gave Meg his own drink.
I appreciate that. It's very sweet.
Oh, it's like. So, I'm trying. You know, when you have toothpaste, as an example, the mintiness stays there and like tingles for a little bit.
Some does, yeah.
It's like that. It's still going on the tongue.
I'm glad.
I think still a long finish.
I'm really annoyed that I still can't quite do the time on this. I should point out, many of the on Wednesday podcast finishes, a few of those don't have age statements at all. We intentionally chose these ones because of the age statements as well. Because I think that AIDS. Everyone's got AIDS. AIDS in the enhancing of flavour. I know some people like to add water. This is a 43% whiskey, which is others 2 are 40.
Yeah, they are. Yeah.
Bowmore and Laphroiag. I've already read those to confirm it. We were going to do it in order of age statement or in order of ABV, but we realised they're all over the place.
Yeah.
Because
we're nearly in ABV order.
Yeah, Bunnahabhain's the one that swerves it.
Far out.
Bunnahabhain's the one that screws it up. Because the age statement we're nowhere near because the Askaig's in the wrong place.
Yeah.
But we didn't want to do it out of place because I don't want to start on a strong. You know, I want to start...
Jake, and if I know you are part of the Discord, do join us tomorrow evening where we will be embarking on our journey to Israel.
We will be having a nice hearty measure of the single strongest whiskey we have. And by the way, Dave and I have both sniffed it. Both Dave and I subjected it to a single finger taste. Where you put a tiny drop of it on your finger and insert it into mouth. And I inserted into mouth and went, oh no.
And I inserted into mouth and went, oh.
Yeah, Dave has to do stuff on Monday, so it should be interesting.
Yes.
Meg does too, but for a completely different reason. Meg's full-time working. Dave's on holiday, but he has stuff to do on Monday. But I realised upon tasting that, I was like, I want a double, but it would be the only thing I can drink. There'll be no hot chocolate.
Is there going to be milk and honey or blood and honey?
It's very red.
It is very red, isn't it?
Just to be clear here, that milk and honey Israeli whiskey is 1.5% higher than the strongest we've ever had.
Yeah, and I think...
Which was a Nandale Man of Swords.
Didn't we work out it was the strongest of everything we've got?
The strongest I've got nearest that is Old Pulteney Single Cask Whiskey Shop Exclusive at 64.2, and Dave has a Bruichladdich sample at 63.
Yeah, 63.7.
We were, yeah. We had nothing near it, and I saw it. It was a stream goal, and we hit it. I bought it straight away. I proved I bought it.
I can't remember if that was the one I looked at on my Christmas list. Or
you
if it was the
told me about
one.
it. The reason I chose it is because you told me about it.
It was that one I had on my Christmas list, wasn't it?
You told me about it, so I put it on my list because I saw it and thought I want something really different. Age doesn't define. Very true. Ardbeg Wee Beastie. Yeah, I want to. Sainsbury's had it, but they now don't sell Wee Beastie. They only sell the 10.
Yeah.
And I wanted the Wee Beastie because I've heard that's really good for barbecues as well. And I was like, I like barbecues.
I'm not here for the next barbecue.
But I like barbecues. In fact, I'm the only nutter who on a gas stove poured very, very strong whiskey onto steaks and went...
When he says gas stove, he means a lit gas barbecue.
Yes.
And he legitimately went, I'm going to pour whiskey on it. Splash.
Dave is...
Fire.
Dave is... you have Salt Bay, you have Dave Bay, and then you have Whiskey Bay. I'm Whiskey Bay. And I will legitimately... I held it like Salt Bay did it. I poured it over the flames, and then I just went, yes.
There is a photo... video. His sister took a video from her cabin across of the barbecue. There is Meg standing there going, yes, with his arms in the air and just fire. Yeah. And there's me like
Everyone else has run away and I am stood in the middle just like, I don't give a shit.
His beard about 4 inches and catching fire.
Oh my God, I was so worried my beard was on fire. I was so scared. I was like, I can't afford to lose this. It's my moneymaker. It's all I've got.
It was almost flambe, but just on a barbecue.
I got the meat though, so it's fine. It went up well. What was it? What was that? Was it Octomore? Was it
no, we didn't do Octomore. I think it might have been the Laphroiag. I don't think
it had to be a reasonable
I think it was
ABV.
Select or something, maybe. I don't think we risked Octomore.
I don't know. It had to be something with a reasonable ABV.
It wasn't fire, was it?
I wouldn't have let you do that.
No,
it's too expensive.
What do you mean me? You did it.
Yeah, I wouldn't have done it with that. No, it would have been something. Maybe it was the
Was it
Laphroiag.
black?
No, it wouldn't have been. It was the Laphroiag.
Probably
Screw it. It was the Laphroiag. It's fine. I remember again. Yes, because I think you've seen the video.
Yes.
Do you add water? Why do you add water to? So some people do it. They add use ice, in fact, because it helps unlock flavour. And Scott, you are quite right. Scott's Dragon, sorry. Age does not define whiskey. It's why some of my favourites have no age statement.
Yeah.
Because it's the flavour profile
Yeah,
instead.
like Nuka in the barrel or something. That's really strong.
Yeah.
And there's no age statement. That's 50-something%, and that's very good whiskey.
Lagavulin Spanish Grenache.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dalmore cigar malt.
So you didn't say Portwood there, Dave.
No, we said good whiskey.
That's true. Or even I was looking at my Macallan Night on Earth in Scotland because that's got a nice shortbread flavour to it. You know.
Yes, as confirmed by dipping a shortbread in it.
Yeah, you wish you had done that.
I don't.
We have a bunch of non-age statements between us that are really nice. Norfolk Popcorn, which is more like a bourbon, if anything.
Yeah.
There's some nice English whiskies out there.
We probably should tally up at some point the number of
even.
age statement and non-age statement we've got.
I'd rather not do a list because then it'll make if that list was made public, it would show a rather damning thing about how many bottles there are.
I have a list.
I know you do, but I'm not autistic enough.
No, but mine
I have a few Japanese whiskies like Akashi, Toguchi, Tokinoka. They're all non-age statement. There are obviously American ones as well that are quite nice. No age statement. I know they're not really whiskey, but they do like to try and think they are, and I think it's cute, so we should include them for a laugh. But I will admit, one of my best whiskies is an age statement, and it's not even the oldest. It's 15 years old, and I'm sorry if you're Scottish, it's English. Yeah. Sorry.
But to be fair, as we've recently found out, English whiskey is the best Scotch whiskey in the world. English whiskey is the best Scotch whiskey in the world.
Do you want to explain that first? Because otherwise they're going to think we're shitting on them, and we're not.
So legitimately, this is not just us being high and mighty, although we are, because we can be. The English Whiskey Company, formerly known as the English St George's Distillery, has been around for about 15 or so years in Norfolk, we've been there. It's not far from Norwich, where I live. And their sherry cask finish standard whiskey, which is about 60 quid, at recent set of World Whiskey Awards, was voted as the world's best whiskey, the world's best single malt. And it's English.
We should also point out in a separate.
They had to select a Scottish one.
Yeah, there was a separate poll, a separate one done. Glenmorangie Phoenix was actually the best one.
It's
a 35, and I want that bottle. I really do. I like Glenmorangie Elgin. We've got some samples for us, VC. Elgin Classics, really nice. If it's how you pronounce it, if not. And yes, Scott's Dragon.
If you'd like to fund that, please do so, and we will happily oblige. Otherwise,
But the reason we haven't, and it's really irritating, is that I live in Kent. And this is where we are. We're in Kent. We're near Dover.
We are literally the complete opposite end of the country and another country.
Yeah. I am closer to France, unfortunately, and I don't like surrender land beyond their Brenne.
Even I'm closer to France than I am to Scotland.
Oh, yeah, you're in Norwich. But yeah, we do want to do a distillery thing, don't we? I mean, it'd be great for a vlog even, just to record bits of going to a distillery.
In August, we could do something when we do that.
Okay, do an English one.
I wonder if they'd let us do anything, or if we could ask for, say we do this and see if they do anything.
Well, no, we can just record some bits, can't we? Yeah, we could do a tour. We can work that out.
Yeah.
But I'm only there for 2 days.
Yeah.
So how are you going to do it?
I don't know.
Unless I leave late on Sunday.
Yeah.
We have to work it. We'll work it out. We'll talk it another time. Anyway, I'd love to do a distillery tour. It'd be an absolute laugh. And also, us being English means we get educated and bullied, and that's even better.
Yeah.
And one of I should now say my favourite Scottish whiskey would have to be solely because of how unique it is. It'd be the Fire.
Yeah.
For those who don't know, Highland Park Fire 15-year-old. I bought it as a punt 2 years ago. It was on my Amazon wishlist for years, and I just went, bosh. And then one day I went into the kitchen. I think we're having you, me, friend of the family, and brother-in-law, former brother-in-law. Yeah. We were having a steak night or something, and I was like, pulled it out, and I was like, "Here you are, boys. That's what we're drinking tonight." Dave has his glass and comes back for seconds, thirds, fourths, and fifths, and is like,
we all looked at it. It was like, what is this?
And then Dave went on and bought something else that is its brother or a sister technically.
Yes,
but that's another subject.
Dave had a fun experience for that.
Shall we? Yes, that was a palaver. We can talk about it when we do the port finish actually, because the Highland Park Fire Edition 15-year-old is a port cask finish. Yeah, spoiler, it's a port cask finish, and we were like, well
you
then,
fucking what, mate?
You fucking what? It was we found that out and we were like, so the Angel's Envy's out.
Yeah.
Oh, what a shame.
It's like, what can we bump to get this in?
I mean, I didn't want to bump the Angel's Envy, though, to be honest.
You didn't, to be fair.
I wanted them American because I wanted that American and Scottish and other...
We are going to do an American stream at some point in the future, so the Angel's Envy will feature.
Well, we're going to do a bourbon stream because that's a definite plan. Because then we are going to have to drink something neither of us have had since 2012.
Yeah.
We have no choice because you have a 5CL or 3CL. It has to go.
It's a 5CL, so there's enough for a single each, which is worrying.
Oh, the pain!
Yeah, I feel like we're going to have to do that last because otherwise we're not going to drink anything else. No.
If we send it quick, like I do a shot, just send it, get it out of the way. Don't even do tasting it. Just like we started with a pre-drink. What was
we have this? Gone right. Onto the real.
What you do is you get on the go to the opposite glasses and you write Johnny Walker Black on it. Then you put it in front of me and I just go, oh sweet.
Down the hatch. That tasted it off.
I just put it down and go, that's a laugh. Shenanigans.
I call shenanigans.
You weren't impressive.
We are talking, of course, about Jack Daniels.
So Bry is referring to an Ardbeg. I've heard it. I know that name. I've never had it. So the reason we didn't feature...
I know it, yes.
Right, so we didn't feature Kilchaman, Bruichladdich, or Ardbeg. Mispronounced, I do apologise, because we've never had them.
No.
I have Classic Laddie, and I have Octomur.
Yeah.
I don't have
a sample of Kilchaman.
Yeah, I don't have it. Yeah, but we decided against it because we wanted to go with the mainstays. We were like,
that came out of my Regions of Scotland box, which could be its own thing at some point.
But we didn't go with that. We don't have any Ardbeg either. And I had considered buying a bottle, but it's that thing of justifying buying a bottle right now. Yeah. I said I wouldn't buy anything until August. I'm trying so hard.
No, I bought something for him because he... Yes, I sent a photo to him of some whiskey in Tesco. It was reduced to clear, and he legitimately went, I have a bottle of tequila cask finish. So I bought him it, and he said, I didn't really want it. I was like, oh.
Yeah, the thing is, I replied to you like an hour and a half after you sent it. I was streaming. Yeah. Of course I was joking. But to be fair, I don't mind, because I traded it with Dave, Chivas Regal 13-year-old tequila finish for my Balvenie, because Dave, he needed a refill. And I'm like, well, I'm not drinking it. I've had a couple glasses out of it. There you go, it's fair. It's a fair trade. Yeah. I don't mind. You know,
I just had a couple of glasses taken out because I wanted another bottle. So
send it.
Oh, did someone? No, someone didn't call Heron. Okay.
Hour and a half. We got 3 left.
Oh,
that's a lot sweeter. A lot sweeter.
But stronger as well.
Maybe for you, I don't think it. Maybe I shot it differently because I put it right down the middle.
You are a bit better at shooting than me because I tend not to. I only do shots in this scenario. I don't.
Yeah, shots are kind of a thing.
You drink some drinks standard a shot like John Walker Black, but I still will sip it a bit.
It's a thing where I don't like certain things, so I will shoot it. And it's a muscle memory. I once, with a glass of Johnny Walker Black, I was at Dave's flat. He poured me a glass. I shot it. He poured his, turned back. Mine was empty and still where it was. And he's like, double looked at it and he was like, did I pour you one? And I went, no.
He legitimately shot it so quickly, I hadn't even finished pouring my own glass and his glass was back down empty. And I was like...
So he poured me another... And to be fair...
I'm sure I did. Okay.
It completely done him in. The best thing about that was, if anything, obviously, first of all, absolutely confounded you. But it also... emptied your decanter you wanted to empty anyway.
Yes.
So, to be honest, I did you a favour. Delicious, that is. That Caol Ila... Okay, so now we got to say the question of, where does Caol Ila sit next to Bowmore and Laphroiag? Because it's not peated, really, is it? It's more a smoky whiskey.
Is it better than... is still winning on peat.
Yeah. Is it better that Caol Ila better than Bowmore on smoke, though? Because now
I think just...
I think the smoke is more intense on the Bowmore, but the sweetness on the Caol Ila with the smoke works better.
Yeah.
It's sort of more balanced. It does say here long, peppery, spicy warmth smoke. I agree with that because I can still feel
Yeah.
it.
It had that tingle, didn't it?
Yeah. Hi, Becca Lou. Hope you're well today.
Good evening.
And anyone else that's joined that I haven't said hello to, hello, Michael, if I haven't said hello to you as well. Hope everyone's having a marvellous day. Don't forget to smash the like. All 21 of you. Jesus Christ. We're actually moving on to...
We have 21 likes.
We're moving on to my favourite Islay next. I'm going to be outright and say this.
That's Meg's collection.
This might be a bit of a betrayal of Islay, but this is my favourite one because I've got good memories of this one now. But it's not a peated whiskey, which is a bit, or smoked for that matter.
Yeah.
It's completely unpeated, non-smoked Islay, which is so, it sounds so wrong, but it's not.
I think we've both got a story regarding, well, both of our dads could be involved with this whiskey.
Yes, we can talk about that as well. So the whiskey next is Bunnahabhain 12. Now, it is arguably the best, it's considered one of the best 12-year-old whiskies. My bottle is the same bottle I've always had. Dave bought it for me for my birthday when I was 34 or 35, and I refilled it last year, actually, because it was nearly empty. So it's a refilled bottle, but I kept the bottle and the tube because it's my birthday whiskey, you know? Or I might have bought the tube, actually. I might have bought the tube on eBay. I don't know. No, I think I kept it.
I'm sure it comes with the tube.
No. What I mean is, I went through a phase of getting rid of them, didn't I?
You did. No,
and I did it.
It was shorter. You kept it because it still fit.
Yeah, I did
got
get.
rid of boxes
I did rebuy a few.
Cabinet.
I bought some replacements. Like I bought the Glenmorangie 10 box off eBay because I got rid of mine. But yeah, this is my favourite one. It's a sherry cask finish. It's intense as feck. It's owned by an Indian company that have set as a standard that all their whiskies are 46.3 ABV, 40% alcohol, not ABV. It's alcohol
by volume.
Yeah, it's 92.6 on proof for those who are that type.
So, Stella, what is the best whiskey to try for a beginner? I'm a tequila girl.
Chivas Regal 13 tequila cask.
We can't say that. We haven't tried it yet.
Shut up. Tequila cask. Okay. No. If you like things that are quite sweet or dry finishing, you want something with that sweetness to it.
A sherry cask finish, most likely.
No, I'd tell them to go straight for Lagavulin, go for the wines.
Or the wines, yes.
German Pinot Noir.
Yes, Lagavulin, German Pinot Noir, or
Spanish
Grenache.
Yeah. Sorry, Grenache.
Grenache. Crunchy.
No, we're just being dickheads. No, that or the French Cabernet Sauvignon. Lagavulin's very affordable. If you're in America, though, it might not be as available. Go for a Singleton 12. That's got a nice palate to it. If you want something, I would say now Bunnahabhain 12 because that's really sweet.
Yeah, that would work. Maybe obviously the traditional standards. Like
I did buy some off eBay. Thank you.
Glenmorangie 10 or a Penderyn.
It's a daddy whiskey. Yeah, Penderyn's a banger. Madeira, that's a good option actually. Or if you can afford it, port. the portwood.
Yes, the portwood.
So we the story behind this is Dave bought this for me for my birthday. I bought this for Dave's dad for his birthday this year, and for Christmas 2 years ago, because my dad doesn't like Islay whiskies. And if you're listening, Dad, I love you, but you know I'm right. You're wrong.
Sorry, Nigel.
What? You're wrong. I'm right. He doesn't like Islay because he doesn't like peated or smoky whiskies. So I said to Dave, I've got an idea, Dave. He's like, what's your idea? Buy him a Bunnahabhain Storada. Why? Because he doesn't like Islays and I want to prove a point.
Yeah, Meg likes to be right and prove points and not be wrong.
Last year for Christmas, I said, Dave, I've got an idea. What's that? Get him a Bruichladdich Classic Laddie. Why? It's not peated.
So the theme now is we get his dad, or I get his dad a non-Islay peated whiskey.
The problem is, the only one
peated Islay
but you're not going to like this. The next one on the list is about £150. It's Kilcherman Sherry Cask 50. You can't afford that.
No.
So no.
That might be your dad's Christmas present for several years.
This is where you say to my dad, you're not going to live long enough for this? No. I gave it to your son, okay?
Yeah.
Although, to be fair, you bought me the Dalwhinnie, so no. You bought some off eBay. Yeah, thank you for clarifying. I know I bought some. I know the Glenmorangie was one, but I don't remember the others. But yeah, there are many options available to you. And Bunnahabhain, the 12, it had already had a fair amount of damage prior to my sister's wedding in 2021. Yeah, it was, yeah. But on that night before the wedding, we finished 20 CL of Talisker 10, 3 rather nice test tube samples of Johnny Walker Song of Fire, Song of Ice, and White Walker, even though I've got a bottle of White Walker.
Yeah.
A couple glasses of Jameson's Stout.
Stout or IPA? I can't remember which one.
Stout. I didn't have the IPA
Stout,
then.
yeah.
Yeah. And I then...
Hay Club Clubman.
Oh, Hay Club Clubman, Mediterranean.
No, it's the orange, Mediterranean orange.
Yeah, we had half a bottle of that as well. Half a bottle of that.
Yeah.
And then I had, I don't know if Dave had any, but I had Bunnahabhain 12 after. I had a couple of glasses of that, and they were quite large.
I think I did as well.
And then, like 2 a.m, stumbled around the house to the cabin to get Dave to inflate his bed. I have no idea how.
No.
But he did that.
Somehow we managed to inflate an airbed.
But then I then shut the door quietly, go back round the way I came in, I walk back up the stairs, I go on my bed, and then I send highly inappropriate messages to Leona.
Yeah. And I decided after pumping up my airbed, setting my sleeping bag and everything, I was very worn out. And having a hot flash from the whiskey, so I had to go and sit outside for 5 minutes to cool down.
It didn't get any better though, because 5 hours later we had to get up to go to get on.
3 hours later.
Oh yeah. But then, no, it would have been 5 hours. If
we could have got up 5 hours later. How late your dad turned up.
We'd waited. No offense to you, Dad, but you know we're right as well. But he was very late, and so we were kind of battered.
We were literally sat on the curb outside your house.
Hello,
6 a.m.
Fam. It wasn't even a hangover. I was still pissed. Hello, Hardly Dan. I hope you're having a one. Yeah, Bunnahabhain 12 is next. It's a short bottle, but it's an absolute banger. And I recommend anyone that wants an Islay whiskey but doesn't like peated whiskies. If you want an Islay, get the Bunnahabhain 12. You can get the Storada, but the Storada is what's made to meet up with supply and demand. That's the one they can make loads of. Yeah. This is the one that you want, though, the 12. Yeah. Because it's just... And we put this here at number 4 because it's not peated, which means we have a nice break in the peat and smoke to have something that's a very strong, compared to the others, sherry cask finish. And it's not the age part that really sells this. It's just called the Bunnahabhain 12. It's entirely the fact that it's a sherry cask finish and it's just really well made.
Ragamuffin, we have no idea. Meg has the entire collection. And
I do.
We've had like 2 of them.
Well, no. Song of Fire, Song of Ice, and White Walker.
3 of them.
We've had all 3. I only own White Walker, but it's open. I would love to get the collection of those to put with my other Game of Thrones, just so I have the complete set. Oh, yeah,
because you've got all the standard Game of Thrones set, not the Johnny Walkers.
Standard.
Yeah, but you've got you've got all of the non-Johnny Walker ones.
Yes. Yeah. I do have one Johnny Walker one, but it's opened. And I would love to put that in the freezer and see winter's coming on the bottle. I want to try it. We've got a couple of whiskies that go in the freezer. Yeah. You got one, haven't you?
Snowcrafts,
yeah. So I think we should do that one evening.
Freezer whiskey session.
Yeah.
That'd be good for the summer, to be fair. When it's hot outside.
We'll call it Mr. Freeze.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hot outside, freezer whiskey.
Just we'll practice our Arnold Schwarzenegger impressions and get to the shop and we'll get better at it and it'll sound great. Maybe we'll sound more German and Yempi will be like, I am not happy with this. This cultural appropriation.
Schnell.
Scheiße. Right, anyway, this is maybe my whiskey, but Dave, you're the barman wearing the barman hat.
I am indeed.
Get to it. And where's your uniform? Oh.
Moist.
I think it might actually be in the bag.
Not 34th, 35th. It says on the bottle. In gold.
Wrong still. That's exactly what it says on the tin.
Yeah, 35th, but this is a refill because I don't put it all the way in, dickhead.
I'll save that for later.
Thank you. I was very happy to refill this one because I don't. When I have a birthday whiskey, I keep the bottle if I can now. I will now. I didn't before. I made mistakes, but I keep it.
He was young. He was foolish.
We made mistakes, but no, the ones that I finished, I got rid of, like the double black original one I had. There's a couple that have been destroyed. There was one that wasn't a whiskey, the PB&J thing that I bought. That was terrible. It just tasted like peanut butter or peanuts.
Oh, she's had a conniption again.
Meg's saying he got so drunk that he woke up drunk the next day. Basically, I slept for about 3 hours because my dad said we had to be up at 5:30, and so at like 2:30 I went to sleep. Woke up at 5:30. I was still having hot flushes and I was battered. And I came downstairs when my dad did arrive with all the bottles in my arms and put them in the recycling. And he's watching me put this. Dave's lifted the lid up somehow, and the bin's already full.
Dave has to stand up, walk to the bin, lift the lid up.
And I'm holding them in both my arms like I'm hugging them. And I just leaned them into the bin, and it just sat there. A blue bottle, a little bottle, a bunch of test tubes, and a bunch of other things as well. It was a mess.
It was brilliant. Everyone looked at us and we were like, what?
Thing is, I don't know if they could tell because we're fairly composed at the best of times, but we were still absolutely battered. Dave went to sleep on the bus. I can't sleep on travel. So the entire time
I can't normally.
I had to ride it out.
You know I was drunk.
I was the only person awake beyond the driver, which was my dad, and he knew I was awake because he was looking at me through the mirror, and I was completely done.
We were watching Scrubs for a bit, and I was like, no, I can't do this.
You went to sleep, and I sat there looking around the whole time, like I'm stumbling, I'm swerving, and my dad's looking at me, and I'm just like, I feel like an absolute prick. I can't sleep, and I wish I could. I wanted to. I needed to. But yeah.
Oh, hello. Yes, Putting on the Ritz. Good tune.
I don't have that.
Hugh Laurie. Definitely good rendition.
Oh, Hugh Laurie's music's good. Anyway, this is my whiskey, so I'll go first.
There you go. Take the cap off so you can get a clink.
Very sweet. Very sweet. Very strong as well, though. There's a lot of like fruit sort of quality about this. Oh, I love it.
Don't forget, of course, with due expediency.
It's interesting. We were
putting on the Regency.
We were talking about cask finishes, and 2 years ago, you guys niced me with some sherry cask finishes, didn't you? Because I mentioned I like sherry cask finishes. You developed a thing for port cask finishes, which I think is a fair one. But we're looking forward to Wednesday now. It's going down more. My dad's going to love that though. I bet he's loving it. Right, anyway.
We got lemonade.
Slante.
We might have to buy some lemonade. That rain is going to be annoying tonight. If that keeps crashing like that.
Oh, that's so good. It's so good. It's such a nice whiskey as well. So it says here on the tasting notes, the nose, fresh, sweet, seaweed, malt. Tasting, soft, supple, sherry, nutty, a little sweetness, malty, juicy sultana, slightly... CO. Hang on. I need to move
soft and subtle, not unlike myself.
Don't inflate your ego. Slightly coastal. There you go. No, it's an absolutely delightful single malt. Islay single malt. Bunnahabhain. By the way, Dave got this for me for my 35th because in a corner shop near me, they had a bottle of Bunnahabhain.
He'd been going on about this for years.
But I couldn't afford it because I had no money.
Literally years.
New owners took over and they put a bottle on the top shelf above the beer fridge. And
it's like a warm place to put it. But...
Before the fan
as we found with the Antiquary and something else.
Well, we don't talk about that.
Yeah.
But that's a good whiskey, though.
Yeah.
But yeah, I saw it, and the problem was I was only just beginning out on YouTube. I didn't have the income. I now do have a better, obviously, hello secondhand, hope you're well. I got given the Royal Lochnagar. Nice. So I've never opened it, but I have all 9 bottles.
Meant to be one of the
most expensive.
Isn't it?
I have all 9 of those bottles, all different 9 bottles. I have all of them. I had 8 of them, but for Christmas, Dave niced me this last year and got me that. He did nice me the year before with a rum. I just never opened it because I didn't want to be involved in that Christmas. But yeah, I've got. He gave me a really nice. He gave me completed my collection basically, which was lovely of him, of course, and we'll kiss later about it. But but yeah, I have all 9 of those bottles. It's my pride, like, collection thing. Dave's got his Hibiki 12. I've got the Game of Thrones set. We both have he has a singleton collection of Diageos.
Yeah.
I had the Taliskers, which actually we traded one over.
Yes, we did.
And then he went and bought another one anyway.
I found it on Goffer, it was too good to say no.
Yeah, I get you. I mean, we've got a few...
I was less frugal.
Yeah,
with my
we
money.
both have a connoisseur's choice. I have a couple others. I've got a Mortlack, he's got a Mortlack. I've got Old Pulteney single cask, he does not. He has royal family stuff because he's a fascist.
Yeah, I've got 2 of the royal family bottles.
I can't do the 12-second rule on this one because of my mouth. I want to, but I can't. Can you please do it?
Yeah, sorry, I had a buzz. I was just checking whether
the finish, by the way, is sherried, mochaccino, herbal, balanced, salty tang.
You should definitely all want a Dave in your lives.
If you don't want a Dave in your lives, you're a failure. Also, everyone, please, if you do use Instagram, please follow our Not Worth the Cork Instagram. We really appreciate it. We do put a bit of time into the pictures we take, and we are trying to make them better. Not all be at my bar or in Dave's lounge. We'll try and do something creative tomorrow. Hell, we might take one of Godzilla tomorrow if we're lucky. Smuggle it in, and as Godzilla fire some atomic breath, just hold the bottle up and be like...
We could involve it in a Nerf war, maybe.
Someone's going to kick us out of the movie if we do that with a bottle of whiskey, so we can't do that, but...
Yeah, we shoot Nerf darts at it when we come back and...
At Godzilla?
No, the whiskey.
I'd rather shoot a Nerf dart at Godzilla.
Well, yeah, not sure to do anything to Godzilla.
What are you talking about?
We can put it on top of the slide or something. We can put it on the slide and...
Kids will be in... Power bank. Kids will be in the way.
They'll be about the way.
We'll see what we can do. We'll work it out. If it's raining, no, but if we can work something out, we'll do it.
Yeah, it's supposed to be alright tomorrow.
The Slipknot post was good. Carry on. Go on. Get on with it. I was talking because I thought you'd be doing your thing. Dave's doing 12 seconds for Bunnahabhain. He's 12 years old. 1 second for every year of maturation. He is now allowing the fluid and the juice and the goodness and the goo and the salt and the brine and the sherry and the meaty man jam to just flow over his tongue like Five Guys swallow, like a good girl. Good girl. What the fuck was that?
That's showing you that I swallowed.
Oh, I thought you were like, I don't like it.
Ooh, it's
off my next. Oh, please do, Hardly Dan. Kefki, hi. Yes, there's a new Godzilla vs. Kong New Empire movie, and Dave and I are going to go see it tomorrow. Dave's not seen, though, Godzilla vs. Kong 1. He's not seen much of the Monsterverse, whereas I have all of it on Blu-ray Steelbook, 4K Ultra set. We could actually watch those during the week, by the way, because I've got the whole Monsterverse set.
We still need to watch the prequel for Kingsman as well, because we didn't get to that last time I was here.
Well, we can do it on Monday or Tuesday, can't we? Yeah. We'll work it out.
That's good. It's sharper on the tongue.
Oh, yeah. How was the steak, the owner? Do tell us. Mike, let's see.
Do show us as well, pics.
Good steak should be raw and wriggling. Michael will agree to disagree. I have developed. I will admit. So Dave can attest this. I've learnt to like medium.
Penguin
However,
says my work wife says Dave needs bubbles around him.
However, I like medium now, but because of my stomach and not liking milder food, as it were, medium rare, it couldn't digest it properly. It caused me pain. I learned to build the tolerance, I guess. I had to have it well done, which is blasphemy, I know, but younger me didn't care because I grew up poor and we always had it well done. Yeah, it's just how we were raised, you know? You didn't get to have steak as a kid either. Monster is a good series. I'm just annoyed that obviously I've done my Monsterverse series is kind of redundant in its bookcase sort of set because I've got another film coming out. So I've got 4 in a very special case, and a 5th one's come out. It's like they're planning another one as well, you bastards.
So didn't you tell that with Matrix as well?
I've got the 4 sets, it's fine. If they do a 5th, I'm not going to watch it. The 4th one was tragic.
You went for steak like an hour ago. How has he not made it yet?
Bitch!
How well done is this steak going to be?
Anyway, let's carry on with the Bunnahabhain. What do you think of this whiskey?
Well, I mean, I will admit that I briefly forgot it wasn't peated, and I was like, eh?
I do have peated, and I do have... Thing is, they do 2. One's called Tochachaga. That's called the smoky... Tochachaga. It's the smoky 2. And Moigna, which is peat.
Yeah.
I don't think that's what it means, actually. I'm not going to...
It means like soil or something, doesn't it, basically? So yeah, essentially it's peat.
It means necrophilia, yeah. Anyway...
No, I like it. Yeah, once I remembered it wasn't a peated whiskey, I was like, actually, yeah, this is... I mean, it is sharp on the tongue, but it's got a nice balance of flavour. It's not as sweet as the previous ones, but it's got a nice finish. It's smooth. It's not too much... Even though it's stronger, it's not. Doesn't feel overpowering.
I can agree with that, actually, yeah. It's not too overwhelming.
No, it's well balanced.
But the thing is, I'm very intrigued why the company that owns them, the Indian company that owns them, set the ABV explicitly at 46.3. Well, the Scots Dragon, you mentioned the earlier when we were talking about Islay whiskies, you mentioned the festival ones. What's that? Fez Isla?
Yeah.
I would love to get my hands on one of those. I would love it. I'm not even joking. If I could get my hands on one, of course, I would love to go to that festival. I'd love to be a tourist for a minute and get bullied for it. But again, it's because I'm self-employed. I actually can't leave.
And because I work full-time, I also can't.
Well, he gets more holiday than I do, but he's always here. So
yeah,
when he's not at work. Or is it his 2nd, 3rd, 4th and 5th families?
Yeah, so you have to go to the other family sometimes.
Because he's a slut.
Mostly I'm here.
Yes, that's true.
You're family number 2 after my parents.
I was about to say, hang on a second.
You're family number 2, but only after my parents.
That my nieces would have beaten you up for that one if you hadn't prefaced it.
Your family one, very much. Although that said, you are the family I spend Christmas with. So.
True. Well, for the last 2 years, yes. If anyone has any questions about Bunnahabhain, do ask away. The island's population goes up about 20%. Oh, is it really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
I've heard that, yeah.
That's awesome, isn't it, though? Can you imagine all the people there that we're going to look at and go, I'm an introvert, get away from me. Dave will be talking away, and he's going to turn around and blink, and I will have vanished before he could even realise it. Not because I'm introverted, just because I disappear.
Yeah, he does. We were going around Tesco today, and we were like, We need to go down to the back of the store, and Meg was like, okay, and then went off a different aisle.
Did you notice I did that? Though?
Yeah.
Oh, that's fine then.
Yeah, because your niece is like, where's he gone? I was like, don't worry, he'll meet us down the end.
Yeah, see, she has no awareness, though.
No.
She has none.
No, that's
I take advantage of people who don't pay attention.
Both of them.
If people don't pay attention, if you don't pay attention, I will vanish.
Dog, please. We have been summoned. Please do give us a brief interval while Meg removes a dog from the cabin.
In the rain?
In the rain, yeah.
Carry on talking.
I'll message back saying, no, it's raining, she's staying here.
Carry on talking.
Sorry, I'm just messaging back that the princess is...
in the rain. They bought babies earlier.
Yes, I bought the new... I did post it on the server at one point. The new mint chocolate Baileys. Because I am a sucker for a mint choc chip ice cream. And Meg is now going out in the rain. It is absolutely pissing it down. Meg is now running a dog back to the house because Plumpy, the princess, cannot obviously walk herself in the rain. So yes, we have departed the dog. And Meg has returned. That is the fastest I've ever seen anyone traverse like 80 metres of garden.
No, I just turned around and put up on the other side of the gate.
All right. You've made the Plumpy princess walk in the rain.
She wouldn't walk in the rain. I had to move her off the step. It's quite wet out there. It's very moist. If you donate through my coffee directly to help with the vet bills, I'll say it even better. Dave will harmonise with a cappella.
Meg's an assigned extrovert.
Dave is yes. Well,
yes, I'm his emotional support extrovert.
To be honest, though, it's not a joke. If in a social situation, I'm not actually bad. I'm really not. But in some situations, I will just disappear. Not because I'm introverted. It just happens. My niece tries to copy me half the time. It's hilarious.
Top it.
Or Gabara. Oh, you mentioned the Godzilla movies. Ghidorah. Ghidorah's completely dead, though, sadly. He can't be brought back. Atomized by Godzilla. Anyway, I'm going to keep drinking my Bunnahabhain.
That's pepperoni, because unfortunately she has been summoned, and we must obey the sister, because reasons.
I have a fucking clue.
Dogs must go to bed.
I will admit, I'm taking my time more with this than I have the others, even though you've nearly finished, because I really like this.
Yes, but I have the problem of I have Dave sips.
Yes, whereas I want to do make sips with this, because I love this whiskey. I think it's possibly the best 12-year-old whiskey out there. And it might be one of the best sherry cask finishes. I can't think of one that competes at 12 years old. I had to say that because I got a 15 that blows that one to ballpark. Out, just completely knocks it apart. Dave's going to his list, aren't you? Don't you fucking dare. Don't, because you haven't got an open bottle. That's not a fair comparison.
No, I have had some. But it
doesn't compare. You can't compare the two.
Okay, well, I have had Hibiki 12. I'm looking at the Japanese whiskies I own that are 12 years old.
I'm sorry, but I'm not. I haven't had though. I've had the 12 Hibiki, but I had a barely dribble. I don't think you can compare it to the one I'm mentioning. But 12-year-old wise, no.
No, I'm trying to see if they're sherry. If they've got a sherry
Penguin,
finish.
all the grift, because this show needs all your hard-earned money for no reason really. Actually, we just want it. From a sippy cup. Oh, whiskey from a sippy cup is the best kind of whiskey. I do actually have a sippy cup of some kind. It's a Mr. Men McDonald's Happy Meal thing. It's a cup in my office, actually. It's not for whiskey, just to be clear. It's just something I have. Get wrecked. Find a better 12-year-old sherry cask finish. Or better 12, in fact. Think of a 12-year-old that's better than that. Better as in the versatility range. Because I could say,
Santa's not, is it?
What about Johnny Walker Black? I mean, yes, if I ever stopped long enough. If I had the look, Johnny Walker Black is 12. I'm looking at it right now.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah. You might have thought it was 10, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I got that. That's why I realised you made the mistake.
Yeah, it's my bad, because green is 15.
Yep.
It was.
But if I had...
The new one isn't always labelled.
If I had the Lowland, Johnny Walker Origin Lowland, of course, I'd change the discussion. However, that's so rare, Bunnahabhain 12 has to win. I consider... What would you consider? If Bunnahabhain 12 is not on the table, what do you think is the best 12-year-old readily available whiskey? The only one I think comes near to it might be for you, Glenlivet. Or my Singleton.
The Livet 12 is absolutely solid whiskey.
Very much so, yes, absolutely. Tullamore not bad for an Irish entry.
The Caol Ila 12 is good, but it's not as...
Different type. Yeah. You can't compare because it's not peated or smoky.
mean, I do like the Santa, which is a 12-year-old.
Do you take cats as payment? Yes, sure, if you can get them through the coffee donation link. Thank you.
Dave goes to his list.
Oh, God, you autist.
Nope, that's the loan list. Whisky list. Okay. What else do we have? What is on the 12s?
I do have a Bunnahabhain 12 that might blow this one out of the ballpark. I have the 2022 cask strength Bunnahabhain. It's not as strong as the 2023. It's 56 point something, or 55.8, I think. And I still really want to.
I know a 12. Not readily available, shall we say?
What is it?
The Rosal. So yes. I'm trying to find a sherry cask. Dalmore 12. I may have to go and investigate if that's a sherry cask. Because the Dalmore 12 is very good and tastes like Christmas in your mouth. But I'm not 100% if it is a sherry cask or not. So I will have to just check. Yes, Oloroso Sherry, Dalmore 12. Bosh, that's what I'm going with.
Too expensive.
Yeah, I suppose nowadays it is.
You might not have heard me then.
He shouted too expensive from the other room.
Dalmore 12 is typically around the £50-60 mark. Bunnahabhain 12 is not. It comes close, but Dalmore 12, he can't compare it though, because he's not had as much of that as he has the Bunnahabhain. It's not a fair comparison.
True.
But he is right to point out that Dalmore comes close in that ballpark, I think.
That'd be probably the one.
And I know that age is no indicator of quality, and Dalmore is often considered overrated in some areas, but I do think the 12, the first thing I said when I tried it was it tasted like a Christmas cake. Bunnahabhain 12 tastes like sherry finish. It straight up tastes exactly like a nutty sherry, fruity sultana quality.
Yeah, the Dalmore is Oloroso, so it's...
I stood on something wet. A doormat.
Yeah.
Lovely. My socks are wet. Send it.
Oh.
You haven't got anything in yours.
No, I haven't got much left either.
YOLO Swag Fam.
YOLO!
Oh, such...
Jenkins.
So I will say, as far as the shot goes, that one's not the nicest shot compared to the others. Like, it's nice, but the strength of it betrays it a little bit.
Yeah, the sharpness comes from
it. But it's still nice, but it's not as easy as the others.
I mean, mine was probably...
Oh, don't worry about it.
Mine was probably better because I had less.
Kefki, I love those movies too. Practical effects are fantastic. You carry on talking about it. I take no issue with it unless someone has told me otherwise. Delicious.
I really want to put whiskey in your youngest nephew's sippy cup now just to see the carnage.
I don't need that hat. I don't need... Thing is, you don't live near this, so don't do this to me unless you're living nearby. All right? Because then I can send them to your house and they can beat you.
Well, I'm working on that part.
Oh, and to the 21 people watching, we really are very grateful for you being here. Thank you so much.
We've got 27 likes.
Honestly, we are eternally grateful because we had... The last couple of streams have been a bit slower. And so your engagement, your conversation, your queries, your jokes mean a lot to us because we want to grow this a bit. We are going to get a camera eventually for something, so Dave's hands will be visible at least. Mine will not be, but that's because
nice spindly fingers like pour bottles of whiskey.
Yeah, you don't need to see my
tentacles. It's hard to get 8 tentacles into a camera shot
and 2 thumbs. 8 tentacles, 2 thumbs. Yeah. Okay. Where would you rate the Bunnahabhain 12 then, Dave? Because I'd love to hear this one.
Well, I'm going to say that it's not as peaty as any of the other ones.
So Laphroiag still has the most peaty quality.
I'm also going to say it's lacking in smoke. So it's also the worst of the...
Why is that? So, the worst?
Technically, this is the worst of the whiskies we've tried so far because it's neither peaty nor smoky.
Yeah, but this is the Iridescent Isle of Islay. So now we have to ask the question. With the 4 we've had so far, what is the best Islay you've had today? Because, oddly enough, I'm still going to say Bunnahabhain 12. Because you think Islay, you think peat and smoke, but
I think because I do like peat and smoke, I think I'm going to say the Caol Ila.
I do too.
But the Bunnahabhain is very close.
Yeah. Okay. Well, the penultimate whiskey on the stream tonight is mine. We have a picture on the screen now of 2 bottles I own. They are the Port Askaig 8 and the Port Askaig cask strength, single cask or something. I have to go get the bottle to confirm it.
Yeah.
While Dave quickly tells you about the 8-year-old.
So the 8-year-old is the one that I think we were doing on stream. We had a sample of.
We had the wrong tasting notes.
Yes, we did.
Why was that, Dave?
Because I think there's different versions.
They updated the version.
Yeah.
The tasting notes didn't align, and we realised because they changed the labelling on the bottle, they'd also changed the formula a little. And I think it's a batch thing because...
Oh, I can see the bottles on this, so I don't need to do a photo.
Yeah, you don't.
No.
No box. This is 45.8%, so it's quite strong.
But yeah, we were sitting there and we both tried this sample and we both looked at each other and went, "Oh,
we both bought."
well."
I moved money from PayPal to do this. Dave immediately Bosch. 10 minutes later, Bosch.
Yes.
Both gift sets, both arrived. He got my box because mine
it
arrived
was only
late.
like a tenner more to have the gift set with the two glasses.
Well, I've got like 6 nosing glasses. I don't need any more. Capitas I want, but not those.
And the smoker thing.
In January, when I went to Dave's, on the day I got my January pay and madness
we did
ensued.
a madness in the whiskey shop.
Picture is somewhere.
It's on the Discord, if not
on the Instagram.
I think it's on the Instagram as well, yeah.
Oh, God.
I
remember putting it on Facebook, and
I
put it on Facebook, and Trups replied, "Oh dear God, what have you done?" Like Trups straight up went, "What have you done?" He even said that to me. But yeah, you got the in January, the first shop we went to was
no, we didn't put it on the Instagram actually.
Okay, that's good. Well, no, we did put a picture of something.
We put a picture of the most expensive ones on there.
Well, 2 of them.
And the fancy popcorn.
Not your Caol Ila, sadly. But no, well, that's a good picture though. So in one of the shops, not the whiskey shop, I found first batch, Port Askaig, cask strength, small batch, first batch from 2023. It is first filled toasted bourbon barrels for 25% of its maturation, 75% refill American oak hogshead. Not opened because I'm not going to open this. I'm keeping this. This is my coup de grace Islay whiskey. Like, this is the one I'm putting in the collection, like a distiller's edition. And Dave, you saw me. I saw it straight away, grabbed it, and
went. Did. He just went. I was like, what?
You bought something.
What happened?
Didn't you buy something in there? Or were you considering it?
I was looking at the Hirac.
Oh yeah, because we were considering the Hirac
one.
Yeah, the Hirac.
The Hirac.
Yeah.
The Banter. They're on batch 2 or 3 now.
You want to see my black fingernail? I need to redo my fingernail. They're a bit scratched up. I need to repaint them. They're a bit battered right now. But yeah, Port Askaig. This is the old version. I won't deny. I wouldn't mind having the newer version as well.
Based on the tasting notes, though, sounds better than the new version.
Yeah, that's why we bought it though, because we thought.
We have a yawn.
Yeah, sorry.
1 if you're counting.
Yeah. We thought it was better, and so yeah, we got that. Carry on talking. I'll put this back.
Yeah. We were blown away by this when we were doing the stream because this completely took us off guard as something we'd never heard of. It was strong. It was everything we wanted from an Islay whiskey.
Quality over quantity.
Yeah.
And that's small batch, so it makes sense.
It is small batch, and it's so small that its distillery does not even appear on Google Maps. That's how small and remote this is. It's another nice smoked bottle as well.
Yeah.
It's the youngest whiskey we have had tonight. It's aged for 8 years. So it's going to be, in some ways, you'd think less refined, but it just isn't. That definitely isn't the case. I shall commence the opening.
That
was
moist.
Yeah, I can do better.
Oh, get in there, Dave. Go on, give us.
Hiya.
Thank you. That was beautiful. We are at the 2 hour 10 minute mark, by the way. We've done really well today. We've got 2 more whiskies to get through. This is, by the way...
This looks like... this. So, the whiskies we've had so far have been relatively dark other than the Laphroiag. This looks like water.
Yeah, this is bad. This is bad. Oh, no. Well, shit.
If I poured you a glass of this, you'd be like, no, I've had the water. I want the whiskey now.
This is one where you accidentally put water in it and you don't realise because you can't tell the difference.
Yeah.
Not that I've done that before. So, yes. So I thought on the picture I'd be cute. The glass is a Port Askaig glass, one of the 2 we got from I got from my gift set. Portaskaig on the left is the old design. I wouldn't mind getting the new design just for the sake of it. But I do think I got a Portaskaig in the cabinet where it belongs. I think a Portaskaig behind the bar, good call. Yeah, I think there should always be one because I think like the Caol Ila and the Lagavulin, I think this is definitely a top shelf quality Islay.
And for my other life as a City Skylines nerd, a shout out to City Planner Plays for the traditional Where It Belongs.
I like the embossing of the Islay, the Askaig logo and the Islay malt at the bottom. It's also that brown bottle as well.
It's the smoked one again, isn't it? They smoked the glass. Or made it look like it's smoked,
Age is just a number. Age is very truly just... Yes, so again, earlier Scott's Dragon mentioned age is not an indicator of quality, and that's a point, because this is younger than every other whiskey tonight. And there's a point.
2 likes away from 30, just noticed. Let's see if we can get to 30 likes.
Gets the altar counts!
Yes, those of you with multiple YouTube accounts, hit like.
It's totally not cheating. Who said that? Anyway, this is my whiskey, so I'm going first.
Yep. Well, this particular one, we both own. We do both own. This is one of... Actually, this is...
Whose bottle is this?
This is the only whiskey we've had tonight we both own.
Actually, you don't own a single Bunnahabhain, do you? No, you don't.
No, I don't.
You have a Laphroiag quarter. I have 10. You don't have a 10.
No, I have 2 Bowmores and you don't have any.
You have the only Caol Ilas.
A couple of Caol Ilas and you don't.
I don't have a
Bunnahabhain.
I have a Lagavulin, but it's only the 9-year-old.
You don't have the 16. You've got the special edition one.
Yeah, which for those who don't know, my main YouTube channel turns 9 in June. I have 2 9-year-old whiskies on my potential 9-year anniversary list. One is the Lagavulin Game of Thrones. Do you know what the other one is? There is one other 9-year-old.
There was a special release, wasn't it? No?
No, it's not special at all.
No?
No.
The day? The late check?
I wish it was. For class 9-year-old Oloroso, it's called.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It's the only other one I could find. I've kept tabs on my browser because I was like, I'll get to June, I'll do the stream. One of those 2 is getting boshed.
Yeah.
And it's fine. Because then Dave and I do a Discord VC where we open either a very collectible whiskey that we shouldn't bosh, which I'm okay with.
We should bosh, but shouldn't open.
We shouldn't, but it's going to be because it's the rules.
Yeah.
I don't make them.
That's just written. That's his law.
Exactly. Well, see, he said it. There we go. It's fun. Yes, I'm gonna have a little sniff of my whiskey here. It's very light. It's welcoming. The good smoke. It's not too intense on the smoke.
No.
So I have a smoky whiskey.
Married with a bit of sort of sweetness to it.
I have a peated whiskey that would blow every single one of these out of the ballpark and would hurt us at the same time. I'm not wrong.
Is it the Octomur?
That was the Talisker 8.
Oh, the Talisker 8, yeah. Well,
that Diageo special release 2021, that was brutal.
Yeah.
And you know what we're going to have to do? When I hit 9, if I get that Lagavulin, we're going to have a glass of the Talisker as well.
Oh no!
What a
oh no! Oh no! 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 No!
No! The correct response would have been "Oh no! What a shame!" With the most simple look of,
"Give me
some, has some,
mine,
has some." And I'm going to tell this one little story because it's relevant for that comment. My oldest nephew, he's got issues, and I once came home with some Tottenham slices and donuts. I gave one donut to my sister, one to my other sister. I had a Tottenham slice left, and I looked at my nephew and went, "You want it?" And he simply, the speed of light, went, "Yes." Reached over with the arm he normally can't move, picked it up, and then started eating it. And my sister's like,
"What the what?
He's going to go to bed soon." And I'm like,
"Not my problem."
I saunter
Uncle
off.
Privileges.
Yeah. Uncle Privilege. Don't feed him chocolate while everyone's out. Want some chocolate, bud? And he's like, "Have some?" I'm like, "Yeah, buddy, I've got you hotel chocolate, boy. Get that." He's eating the raspberry sorbet, and I'm like, "You enjoying that?" "Yeah." That's what I'm talking about, brother.
That's what he's on that today, trying to perk him up.
Honestly, if you want to perk him up, you just let me sit with him for 5 minutes. Give me some hotel chocolate. I got this. Anyway, shall we have a sip of this?
Yeah, while someone else burns the house down.
I don't care about that. Shall we have a sip? Cheers, buddy.
Cheers.
Shanty. Don't tap that much.
No, don't tap. You're not shotting it.
This is much more earthy. Much more earthy.
This is getting on the realms of the quarter cask.
Yeah, but it's above it.
Without
I think.
the potent smell.
Yeah. So I'm going to pull up the tasting notes here. Sorry if it's a lot more on the screen, but
yeah. Oh no. Anyway,
but yeah, basically that. Yeah. I couldn't. It's basically Jeremy Clarkson. Yeah, I couldn't. It's the Dacia Sandero. Oh no. Anyway, I couldn't find Master Malt didn't have the tasting notes for this because they don't have this version.
No.
So I had to go and get the tasting notes from a different.
Which is ironic, given that's where we bought it from.
Yeah. Oh no, it was Whisky Exchange.
No, they were both Master Malt.
No.
Yeah.
Bullshit. Prove it.
Yeah, because I got next day delivery on it, didn't I?
Prove it. Prove it. Come on, I'm a skeptic clone. Prove it, bitch. Go to your Master Malt account and prove it.
I'm working on it. I've got to find the tab.
Close your porn. Come on.
I have like a billion tabs open.
And yes, MJ, I arguably I could be considered a good uncle because I do just load kids up with like sugar or something. I'm a bit of a knob when it comes to that.
0. What did I buy for 0?
Competition entry? They had a free entry for something, didn't they?
They did, yeah.
Was it the Downmore thing or?
That was Pandora and Patagonia. Wasn't that?
It would have been before Christmas, buddy. Before Christmas.
November. What's that? That's the
Caol Ila 14-year-old.
Oh yeah, the Black Friday one.
Oh yeah, the really cool bottle.
Yeah.
That was something.
That's the seaweed.
Oh yeah, I remember that. That's before Christmas. Dave's actually looking at his Master Malt, by the way.
$49.90. I think that's it. There we go. Port Askaig. $49.90. Port Askaig.
He's proven it. It is sustained.
Thus it is written.
That's I've been
it is
lawyered.
Literally written.
Thus it has been lawyered. So, the tasting notes on this.
Trust me, I'm a doctor.
Shut up. You're best. You might be a Doctor of Thugonomics if you have a bit more wit.
Word life.
So on nose it says big bold Islay. There is a peaty earthiness, bits of salty seaweed with hints of smoke and a fruity sweetness. Fresh and clean without the medicinal notes from a Laphroiag or Ardbeg. Bits of vanilla and sweetness. So would you like to go to your nose, and your rather large one, and tell me what you... I say give it a good... Make sure your nose...
I went to my nose,
do you need some pipe cleaners for your nostrils?
Possibly, yeah.
Really drain your sinuses.
No, you need to be quite flexible to get out of this one, because it's bend with the brake.
That's not good. I don't like... Nah, that makes me cringe. Get a whiff and tell me what you think. Even kids heard. I hope my nephews and nieces grow up with two memories.
It's weaker on the smoke on the nose, but there's more elements to it. There is a sweetness. There's like a grassiness to it.
Yeah.
Which is that's a cleanness, but not medicinal.
Yeah. So the palate, oh my word, not a joke. Soft ash mixed with
my word.
that
wasn't Scottish.
Oh my word. Mixed with honey sweetness, salted caramel balanced with smoke and peat with a bit of vanilla and nutmeg, licorice, green grass, and fresh fruit, all perfectly balanced, peaty Islay, but elegantly wrapped up in a sweetness that is just amazing. None of the fishy medicinal notes, just a unique earthy deliciousness, no alcohol heat, which is surprising considering the strength. We finish the first glass without any water. On the second, we added a bit. The water highlighted the... No, fuck off.
That'll be for your dad on Wednesday.
Lemonade. He won't touch that with lemonade. He wouldn't touch Islays as peated. Nah. That'll be Downmore Portwood. No. Finish. Long, lingering, grassy green sweetness and hints of peat smoke.
Hungry for an 11 p.m. snack. Well, chocolate we can highly recommend.
Yes. Or a dipping biscuit.
Yeah.
I would say, of the lot, this is the second sweetest whiskey so far. It's very sweet, but it's not as sweet as the Bunnahabhain. The Bunnahabhain is not... The peat and the smoke, I think, take away a little bit of the sweetness. But this harmonises the peat and the smoke.
And they are right. There's no alcohol burn. There's no heat in that sense.
That's the really thing. One thing I hated in my 20s about alcohol was that burn. I hate it. People talk about it, like all the Americans especially. Yeah. If you're American, you know what I'm talking about. There are people in your country who go, oh, I love the 100 proof at least because I love the burn. And I'm sat here like, shut the fuck up, you cunt.
As a good barman, though, I can offer you, Michael, I have sea salt and vanilla crunchy chickpeas. I have Thai sweet chili crispy lentil puffs. Or I have authentic Italian truffle bites.
We also have fudge. We also have chocolate. We also have
whiskey chocolate.
But we also have a jam jar of moonshine.
Whiskey fudge.
Oh no, you don't have my far class. You can far class right off.
I'll have to get groused.
I might make that my own little slogan. You can far class right off.
Leona, please note. New slogan for Meg.
Touching my fudge, you can far class right off. Might take that.
Meg's dad, please note. New T-shirt slogan.
Yeah, please do. I might actually at that tickler for class and see if they like it. 12 seconds, Dave. No, 8. Sorry, 8.
8. Yeah, it's a bit easier this one.
This is, you know what really sucks about this is that it's one away from the best number in the world.
7.
You owe me a drink. Oh, you a drink. Sorry, hang on.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome, sir. Enjoy your water. 7 seconds on the clock. Hang on, no, that's not... Oh, you didn't start that at the correct time. He's talking with his mouth full, like a good little girl. There you go, done. Go. Oh, he's coming. Not as good? You're not as impressed this time.
You don't really... Well, it's kind of the same. It doesn't really develop much more than it already was.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong, it's not bad in any way, but it doesn't, like the Bowmore you could really feel building.
Yeah.
That is just kind of like a constant of the same thing.
It's because there's no alcohol burn.
Yeah.
That I think that's one of the most unique traits of a whiskey I've ever come across. Without that burn, a lot of things don't develop.
Yeah.
But at the same time, that's not a bad thing, is it?
No.
Because then you get to work with the other flavours. Yeah, they've suggested water because they're moron. No. If you do water with your whiskey, it's fine. I'm just not that type. But it's a very.
I'll do. Just because they've said
You can far class right off. There's a pipette under the bar, you tosser.
I know, but I can't get a pipette in that. For reference, we're using a giant.
Put it in the jigger.
A giant bottle of Evian.
Could put it in the jigger, you tosser.
Right, I have committed heresy. Potentially. I have added a splash of water. Meg has capped his to make sure that there's no water getting in.
There better not be any bloody water in mine. You like solid water in your whiskey? That's fair. If you like ice, there's nothing wrong with that there, MJ. I will admit, a part of me is still a bit of a neat snob. But I no longer judge because I might have learnt this from my dad. Because he likes to do old fashions. He likes, I think he's had a few whiskey sours. He likes old fashions. He likes lemonade. And I'm just like, you know what? I'm at this stage where I don't really mind what you do. But part of me is judging, but I'm judging quietly.
Mistakes were made.
You've ruined it, haven't you?
Yeah, that's not good.
Get rid of it. You know what to do? Send it. So I'll help you. Hang on. I'll help. Ready? Slanty. Yellow swag fan.
Yellow. Yeah, that water doesn't help it. Well, it mellows it slightly, but it takes everything away.
That was the worst shot I've ever had.
I can imagine, because that wasn't good with water in either.
No, that's not
a whiskey for shooting.
No, that is a straight up sipping, drinking whiskey. That's not a shot. In fact, I felt that my body almost like not gag, but
nope.
It rejected.
What are you doing?
It rejected the notion of the shot. Port Askaig is a fantastic Islay, but that is not a shooting whiskey. Where does it sit though, Dave? With the 5 so far?
Well, it's certainly. I'm going to say it's better than the Bunnahabhain on smoke and peat.
What about the others? It's not as again. Laphroiag has the most peaty quality.
I think Laphroiag is still winning on peat.
Annoyingly, it's going to win on peat.
I think it is going to win on peat. Yeah, and that's only the 10. Imagine if we had the quarter cask.
The only other thing I have that might come close, we might be able to do something else as a off the cuff.
Oh, we're going off piste here. Meg's going for the cabinet. I mean, yeah,
I have something, but I'm going to save it to the end.
Okay. It's definitely.
We'll see how we feel.
I would say it's not as peaty as the Laphroiag. The smoke is there. It's not as sweet as most of the others.
We have an announcement to make, everyone. The owner is going for her steak. So donate now through coffee or through the super chats, and when she gets back, we will go right up with M words.
Yes, we will make that steak come right back.
Meg being pedantic. It's not necessarily about being pedantic. In this instance, it's not necessarily that. Because in this discourse, it sort of works contextually. Because we corrected each other a few times. It works because it was right to point it out. Whatever I pointed out.
Yeah.
Anyway, water, David. Although you've already technically done it.
I've done slightly watered already. Yeah.
You should have used the pipette, shouldn't you? How was it? I will say, the shot I got an ad. The shot I did felt more like alcohol burn.
Yeah,
I had more
mine
in my
didn't.
glass. I had more in my glass.
Yeah.
That's better. It's got rid of the burn now.
Mine
Hello,
just was
Elena.
like, yeah.
Hope you're well. And no, you're not at the end. We have 2 potential whiskies left. 1 guarantee, 1 we might do. Because I don't feel that bad right now. Do you?
No.
It's really weird, isn't it? Because I was worried about this one.
Yeah, this is the one that's...
This is the one I was like...
The recent streams we've done where we could have been like, ooh, well...
I know one that is going to royally screw us up. And now I think I know 2. Talisker and Bunnahabhain.
Well, Talisker, yes.
Bunnahabhain's 45.8.
Bunnahabhain, especially if
Talisker's-
we were to include an Uchtama.
Bunnahabhain's not a...
Bruichladdich, sorry,
Yeah.
my bad.
No, there is
Oh,
something...
we're saved on that one.
You have a point there, but we'll get to it soon, actually. No spoilers. Would you like to tell everyone about the last whiskey?
No, because I'm worried what the actual last whiskey is now. Right, so this...
You should be. Send help.
Little finger in the corner of mouth. Mwahahaha. I'm kidding. Carry on.
Help me, chat. Help me. So, this is my bottle of Lagavulin 16. This is famous on The West Wing, for those of you
hang
who
on,
watched...
Stop.
Oh.
MJ, shut up and take my money and make the mouth noises. We'll get there, don't you worry, MJ. Oh, Lemonly. Thank you very much, Lemonly, for the generosity tonight. You and
I didn't
everyone
see
else,
that.
that matter. I'll remember to like that, because obviously that's rude.
See, I haven't seen that come up.
Megon was starting to sound like he's getting drunk. I am not, I can promise you. I am. If I was getting drunk, Dave can attest to this, I become a bit more of a fidget.
He's been more still than normal.
I normally square dance during a stream, and I have been doing that. But if I'm getting a bit drunk, I also get a bit more clumsy.
Yeah.
But because I'm in charge of the stream, I have to be in control.
Yeah, because I have no idea what to do if he's too inebriated to do anything. I'll just be hitting buttons and you'll have all sorts of chaos.
Thankfully, the button to end it is that one right there that says stop streaming.
Yeah, well, that one I could probably
But
manage.
then you have to go to the YouTube tab. You have to go to YouTube and go to the end live as well.
It'd be the numbers for the photos and etc.
I will throw you to the sharks. Sharks with freaking lasers.
Oh, lasers. Okay.
Freaking lasers. That's what Mr. Dr. Evil says.
Yes.
Anyway, tell them about this.
So, as made famous by Lord John Marbury and Gerald, the butler, also known as Leo McGarry, the chief of staff, and Toby, I can't remember his surname actually.
Ziegler.
Toby Ziegler, the communications officer, yes. Yeah. The Islay single malt, Lagavulin 16. The bar down the street has some. This is Lagavulin 16. Now, Meg had a bottle many years ago, a 20cl, and I have a full 70cl, which was, I got given £40 from my boss after my first year of being a assistant manager at work as a Christmas present, because he didn't know what whiskey to buy me, so I bought this. It is the... I don't know if you can hear this.
Yeah. Brendan McGann cannot come to the White House. How are you, Jim?
Lordship. Yeah, well, good evening, yes. Talk to him about McGann.
We're just going to talk for a second while I find the quote.
So in the background, there is definitely not West Wing playing, so there is definitely no copyright infringement whatsoever. I think it's a bit later on, because when they're talking at the party.
I think we have to be careful how we use the word terrorist.
Carry on. Why's the microphone turned?
Because I was turning it towards the player.
I am John Lord Marbury, Earl of Croy, Marquess of Needham and Dolby, Baronet of Bryson, England's
I don't think it's in this quote.
The terrorist is a terrorist.
I did have
wears
it
a green
on my old
necktie.
phone.
I've only got him at the
Yes, you can call me
sorry,
John.
carry on.
Yeah, I'll find it. I did find it before, so I might need Meg to talk now.
Yes, you find it. It's fine. I'm going to put music back on because I'm a fascist. There we go. thank you to whoever it was that donated over coffee just then. I didn't see it because I was looking at my phone. I do apologise. We are dorks, yes. Microphone is turned back round to me. Lagavulin 16 is an odd one because Dave has it but doesn't really touch it much, even though we both agree it's great. I don't have it because I only ever had the 20cl because I just lost my job in Norwich when I bought it. In fact, I think I don't know who had the bottle first. Was it me or you?
You.
Was it me?
I was first. Oh.
But yeah, my 20cl did last a while, but sadly I rather stupidly got rid of it. I got finished basically. But Dave's got his Islay single malt 16-year-old. It is considered the best Islay in the world by many. Whether it's true or not is debated. I do agree that perhaps from time to time it can be considered overrated, and it is certainly put in a price bracket that I think is unreasonable for any Islay or any single malt, to be honest. I know 16 years old is actually where you would expect a ballpark these days to be around 60, 70 pounds. I get that. But because Diageo that own them have now brought out, mercifully, they bring out special releases. The Fezile stuff as well, and of course Diageo special releases. But they also brought out an 8-year-old because they had to keep up supply and demand because they couldn't make enough. And the 8-year-old's fine, but it's not as good as the 16. Dave was listening to Lord John Marbury.
I think you weren't far away from it, to be fair.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. It looks beautiful. Yeah, so the bottle, annoyingly, we didn't take it with the bottle outside. And that's my fault. Dave will put a picture on the server at some point soon when he's finished listening to Lord John and masturbating to it.
I believe I'm there.
Oh, good. Do you want to turn the volume up?
I'm just getting to the right point.
Do you want to just... We've been here for 2.5 hours, mate.
Like a drink? Yeah, I was looking for some Lagavulin. It's a 16-year-old Islay single malt. I know Lagavulin. I usually have it here.
Cool. Dave's done his part. An Islay single malt from an American trying to sound English. Rest in peace, Lord John Marbury.
Yes.
Would David like to open his Islay single malt?
Yes, now I've muted myself.
Did Dave want this, though, because he liked it or because of West Wing? Be honest.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, I liked it.
I was about to say, I'm pretty sure West Wing had a part in this.
I think, actually, if I'm honest, I bought this before I watched West Wing.
So West Wing, I only watched it because of my housemate. My housemate had the DVDs of it, and he told us not to skip any episodes. So I watched all of it without him. I was like, oh. Dude!
It went.
You are so heavy-handed.
It went.
For such a spindly, light-fingered guy, you are heavy. Welcome back, Leona, and...
Oh, my... Daddy. Oh.
We had some donations, and that was for you.
7.
Oh, hiya. Ooh. Oh, Dave almost spilt it. Careful, Dave.
Butt stuff.
Ready? Pour it in. Right. Okay. So, this is the last whiskey officially, but how we're feeling afterwards, lovely distillery, very stingy on the taste. Yeah, I've heard that. Oddly enough, I've heard that. I saw that in a comment section to a Master of Malt review. I saw that. Someone said that Lagavulin are one of the worst ones for giving out, drams for anything. There were a few others that mentioned...
They don't even make... I don't think they actually make, little sample bowls, do they?
But when you get samples, you kind of want samples.
Yeah.
But because they...
Master Malt do them, but...
Part of me thinks it's because they aren't able to make enough of the 16. I think that's why.
Well, that's why they did the 8, isn't it?
Yeah, but... 8 shit.
Yeah, the 8... I mean...
It's not bad, but it's shit.
The 8 is good in a sense, because
it's good
an
if the 16...
Lagavulin.
It's good if the 16 doesn't exist. You know... no, that's like that's the select of Laphroiag. It's just
oh hello
ragamuffin.
Wow, ragamuffin.
Effort, enjoy, lads. Thank you so much for that. I'm so grateful you would give us that rather than give it to the 5 guys you'd take.
Well, Bright.
I mean the sausage, the hot dogs, by the way.
Not quarter cask is an absolute banger.
And yeah. I agree. Is it oak cast? I don't know with Lagavulin. Let's find out.
We shall read the box.
No.
No.
Back. Founded
reading.
for onion. I'm speed reading. Oh, Isla. So the pronunciation is actually there. We could have read that there the whole time. Literally, Isla. Okay, we're fucking morons.
Yeah. To be fair, how often do we look at the bottom of the back of a box that only one of us own?
I like it mentions other classic malts. Glenkinchie, which I like. Dave doesn't really have. I don't have any more of though. Dalwhinnie, we both have. I got Winter's Guard. I like the 15
I've got the 15 and the Distillers.
Cragganmore, which I've never had.
No.
Talisker.
I have a sample of Cragganmore.
Talisker though.
Ooh, Talisker.
And the last one, Oban. Hit and miss.
Oban, good. Unless it's a Diageo special release 11-year-old.
Unless it's the 2023 Diageo special release, which it's an incomplete puzzle that has a piece missing and desperately needs to be put in the bin.
That piece is the whiskey.
The piece missing is actually the flavour. No, I'm kidding. The flavour was great. It's just so much going on, it wasn't complete. Anyway,
could
Dave,
have done with another 5 years in the bottle.
Yeah, thank you, Ragamuffin. Everyone who's donated tonight,
yes,
genuinely, and the members and the donations, thank you so much.
Yeah, that's I think the first time I've ever seen people donate memberships.
And yeah, I've never seen this many donations on one of our streams.
No, I think this is probably the most successful,
most profitable. We're going to spend it after
We've got 31 likes.
YouTube are going to take all this money from us, and I'm going to spend the remaining 10p buying a new PSP.
Wait for this stream not to be monetized.
I'll be appealing it tomorrow morning. It's going to piss me off so much. But you know what? It's fine. It's fine. Anyway, this is your whiskey.
It is my whiskey.
It's not like I have this. A little tiny medicine bottle of something
from the whiskey shop. That means it's dangerous. Because that's one of the strong things he went to get, especially for us.
Yeah.
We may be in trouble.
For this, while Dave has a little sip and a sniff, sorry. In January, we went to the whiskey shop and we spent a lot of money. Not going to give you an exact number, but it was an unreasonable...
We mean Meg, because I got screwed.
Yeah. But when we did, and he knew we weren't joking, he gave us samples for bottles.
When you pulled out, like,
we're not going
to
say the exact number. When he saw the money and knew I wasn't joking, he then pulled out sample bottles and medicine bottles and said we could have them and was drinking them with us and even said he was going to shut the shop because of how much we were spending.
It's the daily sales target. The problem is we now have to go back every January, otherwise they're going to be screwed that week.
If I hit my target by the end of the year, I would be able to spend what we both spent in one day. So his goal will go up anyway.
Every year we're responsible for the whiskey shop's target being like ridiculous.
Yeah, but he'll be shutting the shop early. It's fine. He'll be inebriated and be like,
I took this much in an hour. I closed the rest of the day.
The only reason it took an hour is because he was drinking so many samples with us.
It might have been 2 hours.
He even agreed. He'd had so many samples he could have gone home.
Yeah, we'd had so many samples that we had to go for lunch. So I could sober enough to drive home.
I had to order essentially a double portion of freaking Nando's, and I couldn't finish it, but I needed it. Anyway, it's not a flex, I do apologise.
Emergency Nando's.
Yeah.
You've heard of a cheeky Nando's? I think that might have been the first ever emergency Nando's.
Well, thankfully it wasn't that busy. So on the nose, more like Lapsang tea than What the fuck is Lapsang Souchong?
Well, Lapsang Souchong is... Yeah, I don't know.
One of the smokiest noses from Islay. It's big, very, very concentrated, and redolent of iodine, sweet spices, and is redolent? Is that a word? Redolent? Good mature sherry and creamy vanilla. Stunning.
There is smoke.
Okay.
I'd say like there's some like candied peel or something.
Yeah. Okay.
A little bit of vanilla.
Yeah?
The nectar is in me. It's not as strong as some of the previous ones.
Well, it's a 43, isn't it?
It's not as heavy on the palate.
Bunnahabhain's 46 point something, isn't it? 45.8, 46.3?
46.3.
Yeah. Askaig is 45.8. Yeah. This comes down to 43 again.
Yeah.
So we go up and down, and the up is an instantaneous up in Bunnahabhain.
Whiskey shopping with us is definitely an experience.
The thing is, if you like in August in July we're going again, but I'm not taking as much.
No.
I know what my target will be if I do what I'm supposed to do. It won't be a huge amount, but I still intend to buy something nice, you know. But that January thing was solely because I put cleaning money into a tin for a whole year. I didn't tell anyone. And then I put it into a wooden box, walked into the shop, and Dave didn't know about it until I pulled the box out.
No, he walked in a rucksack and pulled a box out of it. I was like, eh? And then he was like, open it. I was like, ah!
Dave even took a picture of the money found on the till.
There were like actual 50s in there and everything.
20% off Nando's because of my job. Oh, do you now?
Yeah.
How'd you like to take 5 guys, but those 5 guys are Dave's 5 fingers? What? No. We'll take you to 5 guys. Dave will take you to 5 guys. You can get your 5 guys, and I get my Nando's for 20% off. I was smart. We're looking at some quite expensive whiskies, dropped some serious money. Only then did the offers. Oh, really? Oh, that's fantastic. So it's nice to see what some distilleries are willing to do when they see that people aren't joking. I like that. That's actually really cool, isn't it?
Yeah.
I like that. I'm going to have a sip, by the way.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I think if we see the same guy in the whiskey shop again, he's going to know that we're not messing around.
Yeah.
And he's just going to be like, okay, what are we here for? I've got you. I've got this upstairs.
Well, if I go in July, I probably will have about £300.
Yeah.
So I don't intend to go beyond that. I can't. It'll be cash.
Well, I mean, that will get you another English 15.
£3.25.
Okay. Really?
I was thinking Redbreast 21.
Well, that'd be an interesting one.
Yeah.
Have we had a Redbreast?
No. I was looking at getting a trilogy. 12, 15 and 21.
Yeah.
Or,
is that the trilogy?
Yeah. Or just get one bottle of something really nice. Yeah. The cost isn't necessarily the part, because it could be £100, it could be $250.
You can get one, the 200th anniversary.
If they sell them individually, yeah.
Yeah,
but I'd want to open it. It depends on whether I get a collection piece or not. Or I could get a Laphroiag 16.
Sweet, 3 nanos.
Or I can get a Laphroiag 16, Lagavulin 16, and another Mortlach 16.
Yeah, could do a 16s. Yeah. The sweet 16 stream with all the 16-year-olds, because we could include the...
what did you do when you were 16?
Next door.
When you were 16, what did you do?
God knows. Probably Laser Quest.
I had a cousin sleep over and we had to steal a pie for dessert because we had no money. We sat in the dining room with the most depressing cake. I had one slice of it while my stepdad got the majority of my birthday cake. So my cousin and I went and stole a torte. Torte? Yeah. We stole it from the freezer and we ate it while it was still frozen. It was painful, but we didn't have anything. It was the most depressing birthday of my life. When I was 18, we got the cheap Lidl's beers given to me. And they were like, oh, you like this girl down the street? And I'm like, bitch, she's 14, I'm 18. Don't try me. No, I don't like her. I just think it's funny to jump on a bridge because she's scared of them. It was Lowestoft. The bridge came up. And I'd jump on it and she hated them. Yeah. So I would do that to wind her up. Oh, you must fancy him. I'm like, no, I just like watching her piss herself. Like, all I do is go bang, 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 and she's having an absolute fit. And I'm like,
that's demonetized.
Because I am, as well known here, a colossal dickhead. I have never not been that. Yeah. Unless it involves the nieces and nephews, in which case I do make an exception with some kindness.
So, Stella, we do actually have a plan to go to a distillery. You do get samples. We've been to one before. You do get samples, but we do have a plan to go in August to one.
You say we get samples.
Yeah,
what are you talking
this
about?
time we will get samples. Last time you got samples.
Hang on. We say we. Who's driving?
Mum. Well, Mum's driving home.
Your mother.
It's brilliant because Dad's going to drive us there, or I or Dad can drive us there.
My dad won't drive us there. He'll be joining us.
We'll all have a good time. Mum will sit in a cafe. We'll all drink, and then Mum will try and drive us home.
If my father joined, I would love for them to pull out samples and give him samples and him to go.
Dad meeting my dad in person is hilarious one day.
That's a separate thing. But my dad, and if you're listening, Dad, again, I'm not wrong. I would love for my father to be given a little sample and him to pull out a bottle of lemonade and go, just to be safe, boys. I can't.
Yeah, in the distillery.
In my father's voice.
I've got a hip flask on me. It's full of lemonade.
Hello, Father. I'm wrong. I'm not wrong here. He will literally pull out a bottle of lemonade and be like, well, someone's got to do it, haven't they? I've got to give it. I've got to give it. I like an old fashioned, me. Yeah. Get the orange juice out,
Mum will drive us home. Main friend from the boat is. I've said to him about doing it, and he'd probably quite like to join as well.
Yeah, those don't really like it, do they?
No, the others don't, but he would. He'd be up
Tell
for
you what, so this Lagavulin, now we're on it. I'm having a few sips. It's got a nice sweetness to it. It's got the smoky potency of it is what makes up for what many would say is a lower ABV than what it should be. But I think the ABV isn't the factor in this one. A lot of people do put American. No offense to you Americans, but you do put ABV as
a lot, don't we?
But I'm not wrong. They all the American YouTubers. You know what they moan about? Oh, this Scotch is 40%. It's water, mate. And I'm like, you just put water in it, you sausage. What are you talking about?
It's 40%, and you've had to put water in it because you can't handle it.
You say Abala Abuna is good. Okay, why'd you put water in it then? Shut up. Don't brag about the ABV and the proof being over 100 if you've had to reduce it down to fucking 80 to make it palatable for your pussy lips.
America. Yeah.
America.
Land of the free and home of the brave.
What bravery is there in adding water to your whiskey?
Well, it's quite brave amongst whiskey aficionados. To be
if
fair.
You're in the right place and you do that.
You rock up in if you rock up at a distillery with a thing of water and add it to your whiskey, that's pretty brave, to be fair.
You rock up with a water boy. It's like fucking it's Adam Sandler water boy. He just walks up and goes, Cappuccino.
Oh, brilliant.
He ain't wrong. No offense. I don't mean to obviously take shots at Americans, and I'm not trying to be rude on purpose.
The Americans seem to be agreeing with us.
Do we even have an audience? Oh, we do still.
Yeah.
Oh, that's okay then. What I mean is that there are some people that like to brag. I've got a brother-in-law for now who brags about, when he used to vape, he used to brag about the amount of smoke you can get from the capsule thing.
Yeah.
There was a thing where people like to take in more smoke to prove they can go higher with the number. It's that some people like it's a weird testosterone thing, and I don't get it.
No.
Because I want to enjoy what I've got. Like if I have a bottle of Lagavulin 16, which I would love to own a bottle, I don't have it. It would be in the cabinet, to be honest. It would be in my cabinet. To be fair, if I had that would be in my cabinet because it's not one I would put behind the bar.
So, for reference, Dave just slowly took his bottle of Lagavulin.
Yeah, but yeah, you take all the offence, Penguin. You got this. You're the avatar of America. But I think that I don't think the ABV plays a factor in this. I think you're thinking you've got some fantastic rich qualities in this particular Islay single malt, Islay single malt. That it says here sherry, good fruity sweetness. I didn't know the sherry cask. I didn't know that, but it says sherry in the palate. Long spice finish, figs, dates, peat smoke.
Long, yes.
The peat smoke is arguably the most refined version I've ever encountered. I've had versions of peaty and smoky that are insanely strong. And this is where we insert the, obviously, Octomur for the peat and the smoke for Talisker 8 Diageo Special Release, because that's the king of smoke.
Yeah.
I've never encountered anything that I couldn't shoot without it causing me pain.
Yeah, he literally brought that up instantaneously.
It was a throat thing of, I'm not going to, because I will not do that. But I did recoil, because I was like, that painful.
I didn't try it.
You did a little bit. You did a little. You did a Dave sip version.
Yeah, I shot a small amount rather than a shot.
I did a shot, and it was pain. There are whiskies, I will always do it because it's me. I'm a dickhead. But there are some whiskies I've encountered that are not worth a shot.
Yeah.
That's a different that's not a new podcast we're going to start when this one fails.
Yeah.
Go follow us on Not Worth a Cork YouTube. We've got some shorts planned, some other videos we planned. MJ, thank you for the donation. We really appreciate the generosity
thank you very
today.
much.
My tequila lasts. I drink to enjoy it. So I've got a bottle of tequila.
I'm intrigued by that because I've never had a tequila. I've only ever shot tequila. I've never had a tequila.
Technically, I own
to drink.
I technically own a bottle of Don Julio Reposato. I own this bottle because I bought it. However, I'm apprehensive.
We have an ad.
Thing is, so this is my issue with tequila. If you're able to hear us, if you're on replay anyway, you'll hear it. My issue with tequila, and I put the bottle on the bar, is that tequila, this one, doesn't have a distinctive smell that interests me. And I'll pop the cork. So Dave, have a sniff at least.
Ooh.
Have a sniff. What can you smell, Dave? Sod all, really.
No.
Yeah. This is considered one of the better ones for like a standard tequila, but I can't smell anything. I don't know what I'm meant to be getting out of it. It's a good pop, isn't it? Okay, so 16 seconds, Dave. Have you done it?
No.
It's your turn. I can't do it, so go
What
on.
do you mean it's my turn? It's been my turn all night.
That's because my mouth says no. I'm sorry, but I have a dental excuse. Get
Right.
wrecked.
What can we do when you're healthy? I need chat. I need help. I need suggestions for ridiculously long age statements to make Meg do when his
I'm the only
mouth's
one
healthy in a month or
Bitch,
two.
I'm the only one with a 25-year-old that's open. Hang
Right.
on, wait, hold on. Hang on. I wish I had a 25-year-old that was open, but no.
No, she's very closed.
I've got a 25-year-old Scotch, single malt, Speyside Singleton that is open. That's the only old one. Although, if you wait till January next year, I swear to fucking IE shut, I will get a 30. Or a 27 at the very least. I will do it. There will be a 30. If I have the money, it'll be that Fiddick. If I don't, it'll be the Bunnahabhain and the Lomond. If I don't have those, we'll see.
Basically, there will be a list, and there'll be a
There
backup
will-
list, and a backup list, and a backup list.
There were 5 contingencies for my list back in January. Next year will be a 30. Or a 27. Because Redbreast did 27. Dave is
Breathe.
in through the nose, out through the anus. You're used to that. I know you pop a lot. Oh, go get your shovel. Oh, verdict on the steak, Leona. Is that why you got the shovel? Just rolled into the stream to drain and dunk on us. Yeah, Honeybat, she's been very... MJ or Lemonly has been incredibly generous. All of you have, actually. Ragamuffin and I believe Elena on PayPal. Yes, I noticed. Anyone else that has, I do apologise if I haven't remembered your names. Oh, Dave is happy. No, he's not. Is he?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
It's the wide mouth thing you did.
it builds up to quite a heat. Oh. It's like my tonsils are now on fire.
We're 10 minutes away from 3 hours. I think we need to finish this.
Oh no.
Yeah, but
Oh no.
Dave, do you want to?
Meg basically has like a full glass. He's had like one mouthful. Of
I've had one, yeah.
And he's
But I want to. I afterwards. I want to see if you're ready for this. It's one of 435.
I pumped the airbed up now.
It's peated. No, I'll be fine. You ready? YOLO swag fam.
YOLO heron swag
Heron,
fam,
send
whatever.
it. Yeah,
send it.
slante.
Yes. God help Meg. Oh, say.
Oh, that's the best
Wait,
shot.
what?
That's the best shot. Oh no!
Where did that come from? How is that so sweet?
You noticed that? That might be the best shot I've ever had. That is the best shot. That's the best one.
I don't want to shoot that again, but I want to shoot that again.
I do, but not right now because I've got something else. How do you feel right now?
Well, now very confused.
Yeah. Do you want to explain why?
Because we've just had a shot of what we would
Hello,
consider
the red
ultimate
crayon.
Islay sipping whiskey.
We're going to be here for a while. Don't worry, Red Crown.
And
We've got a few more
it's
things
just
left.
Been, where the hell did that come from?
Yeah. No, I'm with you 100%. That didn't have any
We've
peat
never
smoke.
done that before.
No, I've never shot a Lagavulin ever. In fact, that was the very first, and I will admit, I now know why Lord John Marbury liked it. Earl of Croy, Viscount of something.
Baronet of Bricey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Baroness of the Viscount of Club Bars.
And of course, the man who fought Gerald was the butler.
Would you like to try
No.
the mystery bottle?
Yes, I would, because I have a.
What are the glasses, Dave?
I know that it's going to be something good because it's in a medicine bottle from the whiskey shop.
But only I've tried it because I'm the only person that got to do all those samples and nearly got battered in a shop because of it.
Hey, I had enough that I had to have lunch to drive home.
I had to have enough to soak up the alcohol because I was nearly pissed on my feet, carrying nearly 2 grand's worth of whiskey around. Sorry, I'm not quoting the exact number, but there was a shitload of whiskey in our hands.
The number between us, the number was into the multiples of thousands.
We don't talk about that.
But yes, that's for another day.
Would David like to try this? Is the jigger clear?
No, I just did because it was a medicine bottle. I just poured. Sorry.
Do you hold that for me, please? Thank you. Pour it into mine, please. Pour the water into mine, and I'll deal with that. Thank you. Yeah?
You are Captain Agua.
I'll be captain of this in a sec as well. Because I'm not going to tell you what it is. Get your cap ready, David.
Sake.
David, cap.
I have the cap. I'm
No,
wearing...
that cap. Nosing cap. Nosing cap. Oh, hang on, actually. There's barely any left.
Oh.
Do we send it?
I mean, I feel like we probably should.
Come on, open yours.
I've opened.
Open. Right, so I have poured, David and I, a mystery that was given to us. When we tried, when we went to the whiskey shop, I basically threw down the intent that made the guy go, first words out of his mouth, I hope there are no pennies in that.
He was like, do I have to count this?
Yeah, he literally walked past and said, I hope there are no coins. And I said, there's 60 coins, oh, £60 worth of ones and twos, but the rest of it's all notes. And he looked at it. He first of all offered us a Caol Ila sample of Dave's Gordon MacPhail Connoisseur's Choice. We stood outside of the shop while drinking that, while he then went and got more samples.
He literally locked the shop up with us outside it.
I had to grab my money,
upstairs.
so I didn't leave it inside. And we stood outside like peasants with two little paper little plastic cup things.
We must have looked like a picture, just stood there with a bag in one hand and a little cup of whiskey.
And my box of cash that no one knew was cash. I've got my box over there. It's over on the shelf there.
I think we left it on the keyboard. I went to the box and you left the money on the keyboard.
No, I took it out because we couldn't. Yeah, but he gave us 6 samples, I believe, in total, or 5.
6. So we had 3 each, didn't we?
I took 3. No, I took 2. You took 3 because I bought Lowland.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because you got the Bruichladdich.
Yeah.
I took the 2 Bunnahabhains. One was Octave.
Oh no.
The other was DT. Bunnahabhain peated. 53.9%, one of 435. They didn't have it anymore, meaning that we are drinking the literal last version of it.
This is the... So, when I said, oh no, oh no, oh no, 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 yeah, I may have misspoke. This is the, oh god, no!
Well, I'll be honest, it might not be. I'll go and check the other Octave, because it might... I chose that one on purpose, it's peated. But the Octave...
It'll be in the bar.
No. Actually, David... I just saved your ass.
Ooh!
This one's the Octave 2014 peated at 55.6.
I mean, I think it's potato at this point.
Shut up. You slag. I did you a favour, okay? I niced you. So this is no age
Turn the
statement.
rain off, that'd be nice in me, so I can sleep.
Fam, I could sleep in this.
Okay, well, I'll have your bed, you sleep in there.
You can't sleep on my bed. There's not enough weight on that for me to sleep. Put some earphones in, you'll be fine. Anyway,
no, I've tried that before.
We know literally nothing about this. All we know, it's made by DT, Bunnahabhain, it's peated, one of 435 bottles, and he gave it to us because they didn't have any of it. It was literally a free sample. He let me try them. I went through so many sodding samples. In fact, I had to reject one, and Dave had it instead. And that was the Mortlack 14 Loch Fyne.
Which I then may have
bought. Yeah. You put it behind the Dalmore, and because I was somewhat kind of battered, or half cut at least, I nearly knocked it on the freaking floor.
Holy... Okay, that's only ones and numbers. Okay.
Thank fuck for that. Anyway, would David like to have a sniff of this, or can I go first? David? Can I sniff first? Or do you...
Holy shit.
Is that what it is?
That one?
Wait, is that it? DT. No, it's 42.5.
No. Okay.
This is 53.9.
That's good. That's handy.
Dave's just shown me a picture of something that looks arcane and wouldn't look out of place on a pirate boat. In a treasure chest of booty. Don't worry about it, Dave.
Octave, there we go. That's more like
No. This isn't Octave.
Is it not? Oh.
No, Octave's the other one.
51.6. What's this? No.
53. The other one's 55. You're fine. Don't worry about it, Dave. Shall we have a sniff, Dave?
Yeah, I have no idea then.
Don't worry about it, David. Your Google foo isn't on point because you've had 6 glasses and you're about to have your 7.5. You ready? Let's have a sniff.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, moist. Oh, yeah.
Well then.
I've brought back to the house.
You do. I only have to walk to there.
That's 3 steps. 1, 2.
I do have to inflate an airbag and move stuff.
Good luck.
And move the air and move the bed.
That's fine. Anyway, right. So we're gonna.
I don't have to leave the room though.
We are gonna. You've got the stream on your phone, buddy. To the 17 people still here, thank you for being here. We really appreciate it.
It's okay, Leona. I have a towel.
You dropped the marbles.
No,
bitch.
they're still hung up.
Whatever you dropped something.
No, they just knocked back into the
Right, whatever. Anyway, we have no tasting notes for this, so this is a completely.
we have no idea what this is.
I just remember being in that shop. I took the Bunnahabhains because I've got the collection, and I remember having the samples because he poured them for me. In fact, he was very liberal because he joined me.
Yeah.
In fact, the only other sample that was stronger than these two was the old Pulteney single cask.
You had, yeah.
That I bought without David noticing.
Yeah.
David turned his back to look at something else. The Norfolk popcorn.
The Bruichladdich that I had. I don't think we tried that, but we had the bottles that he left us.
He gave us a couple, yes.
Yeah.
But when David was turning his back to look at something else, I don't know what he was looking at.
Might be when I was looking at the Mortlack.
Might have been. I grabbed the Norfolk popcorn that he had left, Old Pulteney and Balblair 18, paid for them very quickly, and then put them in my bag, and he never noticed. I'm very good at this.
Meg our stealth.
Meg's stealth points.
Stealth ninja, octopus, cephalopod, whatever.
Michael, hi. So far, yes, we're having an absolute blast. Get a towel.
Oh, Daddy.
So, shall we have a...
What's that? Leona needs a towel. Is she...
What is...
Oh, moist.
Yes, she is. Now, what is your first impression of this, David? Is your first impression the same as mine? Because mine is... Danger! High voltage!
Warning!
No, you can smell the strength.
Yeah. That smells of alcohol.
Let's have a go. Come on.
We're going in.
Shit. Oh, no. Oh, Nelly.
Oh, thankfully there's a wall here.
You lucky bastard. Oh, no. Well, shit.
That burns.
That is... Oh, that's strong. That's a lot stronger.
That's definitely a step up. Yeah, highway to the danger zone.
I like that song. Is that the Top Gun one?
Yeah.
Who's that does that again?
Kenny Loggins?
Kenny Loggins, yeah.
Kenny Loggins does something on that. It might not be Danger Zone.
He does Danger Zone. Yeah. It's fine.
Yeah, this is you choke on this, Leona, definitely.
Fam, she can't drink that kind of stuff.
No, this is very true. Ooh. And bear in mind we've had like
so no copyright.
Fair point.
Kenny Loggins,
Yeah.
Most awesome song ever, and Barney Stinson did it right. No, this is the strongest Islay I've ever tried on this stream especially. Well, no, it's not, but it's got a potency to it, and I definitely tried this. I had to have in the shop because I remember having a few that were stupid strong, and I was like, "You give me about 5 or 6, and they're in the high 50s," and I'm like, "Can we stop now?"
Yeah, because I think we only had one that was about one of the ones that was a 60 something.
That was the
Pulteney.
Yeah, that was the one I did, and you didn't because you couldn't.
Because I was worried about driving home.
Yeah, this is like the English all over again, isn't it?
Yeah,
the sodding English. The fucking designated driver did me dirty. You could have at least taken one for the team. Although to be fair, I don't regret buying it.
No.
And we're listening to Kenny Loggins right now. I have literally put the Top Gun anthem on soundtrack.
Top Gun soundtrack.
Yeah, Dave loves soundtracks, and I love this one. I had it on vinyl for years.
Yeah, the Maverick soundtrack is good.
Yeah, it's all right. Yeah, it's all right. Oh no, this one concerns me a little bit. I don't know if I can send it.
You know how I said about setting the airbed up? I should have done that.
I have an idea. We'll get to it. We have reached the 3-hour mark of this stream. If anyone has any questions they'd like to ask now, because I think in a couple of minutes we're going to have to abandon anyway. Yeah. I've got to be up for work in about 6.5 hours.
And I've got to be up for small children.
Yeah, and we're also going to see Godzilla early,
yeah.
So we can't really do too much more than this. Otherwise, we will seek to end the stream now. and we'll disappear. And where would you rate this one compared to the others? Just a quick thing.
Well, there's a significant amount of whelm. May in fact be overwhelming.
It's got a lot on the. It's a very intense flavour.
We didn't rate the other one either.
Actually, so the thing with Lagavulin, it's more smoky as well.
Yeah.
So again, Laphroiag wins the peat, but Lagavulin wins the smoke.
Yeah.
People like to say Laphroiag is crap because of the medicinal aspect. I'm like, yeah, but it's got peat.
Yeah, we've just tried it against 5 others,
and it still
Islay.
it wins the peaty part. I'm sorry, but I like peated whiskies. It wins. I'm consistent on
that's
this.
the standard.
The thing is, I do have a peated Bunnahabhain beyond this.
Yeah.
This a standard one, but we haven't opened it.
Yeah.
Okay. Can we possibly get those beginner recommendations in the server somewhere? Absolutely. Recommendations. Leona, please can you write these down? Lagavulin red wine finishes. German Pinot Noir, Spanish Grenache, French Cabernet Sauvignon. Singleton 12, Glenlivet 12.
Penderyn Madeira cask.
Yeah, or any other.
G10.
Yep. Or maybe instead go with
Or
Lasanta.
Or 12 Lasanta.
Yeah.
Balvenie Doublewood 12.
Bunnahabhain 12. If you want something peated.
Proper 12.
Unless you want to try the sliced apple, which Dave tried yesterday.
Yeah, that was very good, to be fair. That was very
it was a
apple-y.
banger, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Anyway, we're going to have to vanish now, I'm afraid. That's all right. Don't worry about that, Leona. We appreciate the... finishing on Take My Breath Away. How appropriate. We're going to go now.
Yeah, literally.
Thank you, everyone, thank you for joining us. We really appreciate the likes, the views, the comments, and to those who are newer here, Scott's Dragon especially, for your insight, because actually, genuinely, we're not as knowledgeable. We want to be, of course we do, but we want to learn. And if anyone has the patience...
we had literally printed out notes tonight with us.
Yeah, and anyone that's willing to have the patience to sit here and talk to us as well, that means the world to us. It really does, because I'm too introverted usually, and I like being right. So being given information is vitally important. And Wee Beastie is on my list. I really do want to get a bottle of it. And thank you again, everyone, for joining us. We will be back here on Wednesday for a port cask whiskey finish. And we have 5 whiskies and a bottle of port.
Yeah, 2 bottles of port.
2.
And a special guest.
Thank you so much, and we'll see you soon. Say goodnight, Dave.
Good night, Dave.
Good night, Daddy.
And to the owner,